Oh my. Well, first faux pas starts in the intro there. It's episode 266. I actually didn't load in the newest intro that I made 30 minutes before the show. Well, hey, it is one of those kind of weeks, but I hope everybody is enjoying themselves. I'm gonna enjoy myself for the next 2 or 3 hours here on the show. We've got a couple pre-OAX announcements. We've got Mr. Dan Jurgens joining us and Amanda Connor, and we'll talk a little bit about Cal 12, and we'll have Chris Snorek back. Smiling Chris Snorek will be doing picks with me this evening. But I hope everybody's had a good week. It's been a lot of fun. We had Bart Sears on last night. It was always fun getting to talk with him and show off some independent and kind of interesting work from him. Did okay on the sale. He sold a few pieces after the show too, so that's always nice to see. But tonight we're going to start off with Mr. Dan Jurgens, and we haven't had him on the channel in a while, so let's bring him in here and welcome you back to the show, Dan.
Thank you, Bill. It's always good to be here.
So, again, I should say, and welcome to OAX. You were at the inaugural OAX
One, yes, which was a great time. So it's good to think about coming back.
It's yeah, timing's good. I tell you, our ticket sales are up. Everything's just going really well. We had a great second year show, and so year three we have more space. We have a few more artists. Um, it's just it's going to get bigger and better. And we're really just getting into the fun part now. Floor plans and thinking about the galleries that we're going to have. We're going to probably have at least 5 special galleries once again, and we just announced over the last weekend we're kind of trying to make an emphasis on both animation art and gaming related art. And last year we had illustration art as a big component. The first year, you remember, we did the card art stuff. So we're really trying to bring in and diversify the collector base and the types of artwork we want to focus on and the types of creators we bring in. So yeah, year three is going to be a big milestone kind of show for us, I think. And yeah, it's fun. It's a lot of fun going through all this.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, and just looking at the guest list, I'm looking at all the artists who are listed and everything. I'm thinking you must have gotten more space because not everybody listed could have fit in, I don't think, the space that you had year one.
No, not at all. Do you remember the space we used well, in year one, it was kind of the auction and also kind of a seating area. Not a lot of people went in there during the day, but that whole space now is devoted to the kind of like the second room. It's not as big as the main room, but all together with the galleries and everything, we have 60,000 square feet now.
Oh, wow. Okay. Congratulations. That's good news.
Thank you. Yeah, and that doesn't even count. We have the hotel built a pavilion in the back, so we've moved the auction out there. It's beautiful, and we can't wait to try that out. We're going to be one of the first people to get to use it, so that's going to be an experience. But it's very nice. It's just off the kind of the back where we had the reception in year one. It'll be in the sort of area. So, fingers crossed, everything goes well with that. But it should. We'll have that there. The Kirby Awards will be also held in that area as well. This is going to be the first year for that. So yeah, there's a lot of things on my to-do list. as everybody on the team has probably at least a dozen tasks that they need to get done related to OAX. But again, it's all good, and it's great to have you back because I remember there was a lot of just fun, positive stories that came out of OAX from a lot of the creators, and just seeing photographs after the show with you turning over like commissions to the collectors and whatnot. It's always fun to see people picking up artwork and getting pieces that they specifically had made for them. And I know you did quite a few really nice pieces for people. I think you sat next to Bob McLeod in year one.
I did, and one of the best things about that is, so Bob had brought out a stack of artwork, and he had told me that this is stuff he had never had at a con before. And so if we go back even farther, pre-Death of Superman, Bob was penciling and inking Action Comics, and I was actually doing the covers for the book, and Bob was inking those. And one of the ways we worked is that the editorial office, would always send us copies of what everybody else was doing on the books at that time. And I'd see these beautiful pencils and inks coming in from Bob. And, but that was just like 8.5 by 11 copies. So all of a sudden I'm sitting there, and Bob had some of the old Action Comics pages that he had penciled and inked from that time. So I'm sitting there and I'm pulling them out and say, Bob, how much are you going to charge me for these? Right. And so I ended up buying a few, which I was delighted to be able to do, and actually even to sit and hold them, because I had only seen them in smaller copies. So yeah, that was great. We had a good time sitting next to Bob.
Wow. Yeah, I remember Bob told me that. Well, not that part, but he told me he brought stuff that he wouldn't normally bring to other shows,
Yeah.
and a lot of those pieces sold. And yeah, I mean that's what I love about OEX. It's not like your standard show. You don't have to bring things that need to be signed per se, like you would do at a regular comic show.
Right.
It's it's all about the art. But that's cool. I mean, again, you both have been in the business for a very long time, and for you to get to see some originals that you never even got to see
Yeah.
is and pick up. Every year we've heard a lot of purchases that happen between the creators as well. So
Yes.
you appreciate the market just like us collectors do.
Well, I do. And the other part that I really enjoyed is, so there were a number of guys, attendees, fans who were there, who I had corresponded with one way or another over the years, and they wanted sketches. And usually I'm so busy, I really don't do commissions.
Mhm.
And if you can catch me at a con, I can do a sketch, but commissions, probably not. But because of that, because of the format, I was able to do that. So, and it was nice to actually be able to meet these guys that I had not met elsewhere. And so that was a lot of fun too. And to be able to give them something, personally like that, I think was good. I think they enjoyed it. I'll let them speak for themselves. If I see them again in year 3, then I think I'll know. But yeah, it was a good time all the way around, and very positive, and really nice to have something like that in the U.S.
Agreed. Well, we can tell it worked out really well, and again, it's great to have you back. But before we do your pre-OAX, I wanted to just ask, what was it like in the past, say 6 months in the lead up to the Superman movie? And I know that you were very, you were, I mean, this is something that was near and dear to you. So what was it like, kind of going through a process with that much hype around a film like that? And I would assume it had to have been pretty enjoyable, but give me kind of your view of just that whole beginning, the gestation of it, seeing it in production, and then finally seeing the film.
Yeah, and I think all along the vibes were really good. Everything we were hearing about the movie, uh, at DC was really, really good and positive. And then, so in April of last year, so this would have been 24, James Gunn was nice enough to invite a group of us to the set. And at that time, none of the photos of Superman in costume had even been released. So it was nice to be able to be there. And so on day one, we got to the set, and I was standing next to Jim Lee, and I just said, do we know, is he wearing the trunks or not? Because we really didn't have any idea. And Jim said, I don't know. We're going to find out together. And then a little bit after that, Corn Sweat came walking out in costume, with the cape that went all the way down to the floor, almost just like 2 inches off the floor.
Hmm.
And the presence was there, the attitude was there, and right away the vibe started out as being very positive. And that was really nice to see. And it was incredibly nice of James Gunn to have us on set, to invite us to see everything that was going on, watch what was being filmed at that time. And at the same time, there was a very loose reel of cuts that had been put together of what they had already filmed. No sound effects, no music or anything. We were able to watch that as well. And it was really a nice experience to experience the vibe in person instead of just hearing about it. And especially, walking on the part of the set that had the Fortress of Solitude on it, which for me was really cool. And I'm looking at all this stuff and the set design, thinking of all the times I had drawn our version of the Fortress of Solitude and seeing nice little things where I thought, man, and I even said, I wish I had thought of this. This is some cool stuff. So yeah, it was great all the way around. It really was.
That's incredible. Now, how when did that happen as in relation to the film finally coming
So
out?
that was April of 2024. So,
Okay.
that was a good 14, 15 months before the movie actually came out. And
Hmm.
then it was like, keep your lips sealed for that amount of time, which was a little bit hard to do, but it was a lot of fun. And then along with that, I wrote a treasury sized edition called Superman Hero for All that came out the same week as the movie launched. And Bruno Redondo drew most of that. I did a segment as well that I drew, inked by Brett Breeding. And with that, we wanted to create something that was really in the same spirit of the movie, that would kind of evoke that spirit of the movie. And I think we hit that. So just doing another treasury sized edition, because I had done Superman versus the Fantastic Four many years before that, was nice to come back and work in that format again.
That's pretty cool. I mean, I enjoyed the movie. I'm a Marvel guy. I've told you that numerous
Mm-hmm.
times, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. I really thought it was well done, and I kind of figured that James Gunn was going to make me happy with a DC movie, but yeah, I was pleasantly surprised, and I'm looking forward to seeing what else comes out of
Oh
his
yeah,
tenure with them.
yeah, I agree, and I think that um, I've been exposed over the years to different things where uh, people from that end of things, the Hollywood end of things, if you will kind of say, we're thinking about the comics. We have you guys in mind. We have your creations in mind. We have these characters in mind. We embrace them, and then they start making changes. And the thing that I really did experience in my talks with him and those around him, everybody he hired, is that they really meant it. And he has talked about his experiences reading comics, like as a 9-year-old, a 10-year-old, and things like that. And I do think that he's genuinely honest and sincere about that. I think that's coming through in the films themselves, and that's just awesome. And because in a way, ideally, that is the spirit that we all have to have, whether we're creating these things or reading them or viewing them. So I think it's absolutely in the right place these days.
Well, that's great. I mean, yeah, I had a feeling. I remember running into you at San Diego, and I know you were pretty busy, and that was right. Wasn't that when the movie released? I forget. It was
Yeah, it like the movie. Yeah, it was like a week later or something like that. Yes.
okay. Well, anyway, congratulations on that. I mean, it's I'm sure for everybody who's worked on Superman and the character, it was probably a pretty special moment. I mean, there's always going to be people who have controversy over stuff, but how can you couldn't fault that movie in any way. I mean, I thought Lex was played well. Superman
Hmm.
was exactly what I wanted. It was nice not going through the whole origins scenes again. It was nice just kind of diving into it. I really felt like just the way it was structured was fun, and I felt like anybody could, it was accessible to anybody since you already know a lot about the character.
Yep, I agree with you. And one of the fun things about it is at the premiere, I was sitting next to Joe Staten and his wife, and because they were there because of Guy Gardner,
Right.
and it's something that Joe had never gotten to experience anything like that before. And I've known Joe for years, but to be able to see him kind of get in on something like that for the first time was a lot of fun. And so, they're sitting there, they're very, just excited to see the movie. And then by the time it was done, they were even more excited. And to see them be able to experience that was really special and a lot of fun. And that's, from a creative standpoint, I think we all want to see our fellow creators kind of be able to experience something like that. And so that was great to see.
That's true, and Joe is one of the nicest guys I've ever met. So
Yes.
pleasant, so talented, been in the industry for so long, and yeah, you're right. I mean, the idea that he gets to share in the excitement like that, I mean, that's wonderful. Yeah, he
Yes.
is one of my favorite people I've gotten to interview on the channel.
Yep.
Well, I hate to like do a 360 here, but I
Mhm.
did actually turn your commission page on about 2 minutes ago while we were talking, and Alberto must have been sitting there refreshing because he's told everybody it's already active.
Okay, good.
So we may as well let everybody know that yes, it is your pre-OAX page is active on the website, and I can put the link in the chat now to show everybody how to get to it themselves. So we'll go through and just kind of explain the options that you're offering, Dan, and yeah. And so we've got. And by the way, it is the 20th, so we are
Yeah,
literally 3 months from the the preview night with the for the show, because the show is February 20th through the 22nd. So
right.
90 days, plenty of time to do some pre-OAX, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm counting on. Yeah, I'll have time to fit it in. Yes.
All right. Well, I didn't have any sketch card pieces, but I did grab a couple off CAF, so they may be closer, to what your examples were. But
Hmm.
I made a slide for it just the same.
Okay.
Um, you're gonna do we have OAX sketch cards, which I have in hand, so I'll be mailing these out to you probably on Monday next week. But you're gonna do a headshot option, fully inked on an OAX sketch card for $150.
Yep.
We also have, and then the next three tiers, you have a pencil option and an inked option as well. So you have a 9 by 12 or sketch cover option, pencils
Right.
only, with bust, head, and shoulders for $300.
Yes. Yeah. And on the sketch cards, I would say the ones you showed previously, mine will be a little more finished than that. Those were like lightning quick type things that were done. What we're looking at right here, the Dark Knight 3 cover, that those are inks. The other piece, which is half Doomsday, half Cyborg Superman, that is in pencil.
Got it. And I actually made a second slide here for the one that I knew were inks, but and I had a feeling those sketch cards might have been a little looser than what you would normally do on a sketch card. But I couldn't get any better examples up on Comic Card Fans.
Yeah, and the truth of it too is I haven't done a lot of sketch cards, and those that I have done usually do get put in front of me at a convention. So, yeah, they would be a little more along this line in terms of just finish quality.
Wonderful. And they were inked too, so that would make me think that they'd be more like these images here.
Yes.
All right. So then after the 9 by 12, you had the 11 by 14 option, pencils only for $500 or inked. And this is for a half figure. So it's on
Yes.
11 by 14 or a sketch cover, like we see both of these examples here.
Yep.
And we didn't have a pencils option, but everybody I think has seen there's plenty. There's over 1,000 artworks of yours on CAF, Dan. If anybody doesn't know what a pencil commission of yours looks like, there's got to be at least 100 on Comic Card Fans that they could go research right now.
Okay, that would make sense.
And let's see. And then I think the other options were for the 11 by 17 full figure. So you have a pencil only options. There'll be some background elements, I think, in either the pencil or the inked version, although this one's doesn't have it. I know in the inked versions, I think most have some kind of element here in the examples I'll show.
Right.
So the pencil only full figure 11 by 17 is at $1,000, and then the inked version on 11 by 17 is $1,350. And
Yeah.
Captain America. So I think we actually tried to pick a mix of some Marvel and DC options. So you had the Cap. We got a nice Superman here.
Yeah, and when I talk about background elements, it kind of
Mhm.
depends on the composition of the sketch, what it is. At the very minimum, it's something like this, which frames the figure a little more and also gets into clouds. But I believe you have a couple of samples that are a little more than that. It's not like full detailed absolute cityscape background, but more like background elements, something more along this type of thing. OMAC.
Sure. So this was another inked version, an 11 by 17 full figure, and then there was one more. Yeah, the Spider-Man. There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, and actually, this is something I had done for OAX1 back in 2023, right? 24, 24.
24.
So,
Yeah.
so yeah, and we get in a sense of perspective in a cityscape, and something like that just augments the idea of the sketch and it being more than just a single figure. So I always like to do that anyway.
Well, no, these are very nice, and that's funny. It's when I go through CAF and I'm looking for commission examples. It's fun seeing pieces I remember people picking up at OAX. I don't remember seeing this one though, so whoever got it, I'll have to go see and if it was posted and shared there. But
Yeah.
yeah. let's see here. So that was the last slide I had. Okay.
Okay.
So right now, any emails that we get will go to you. You and I, I think we'll probably talk after the show a little bit about that. But we'll be taking care of stuff for you. And anything that comes up that you have a question about, just hit me up. And
I know where to find you, Bill. I really
do
do. Yes.
yeah, but yeah, and again, it's an honor to have you back, Dan. It's the show is really, for both the creators and the collectors. When we view what we're doing there as something that's really great for the fans, but also it's kind of evolving into a kind of a trade show feel too. I think we're going to see a very diverse group of professionals at this next show, and I think as the show evolves, it's going to become just something really even more special to everyone on both sides of the table. Those professionals that come there like yourself and the fans as well.
That's awesome. And certainly I had such a great time there the first time. And one of the keys is just it's so much more relaxed than what we think of American conventions, comic conventions being, where there's plenty of time to talk, whether it's creator to creator, creator to fan, however it works that. And I think everybody just feels much more relaxed as they walk around. If they're looking at artwork, looking at the portfolios, whether it's at a creator's table or a dealer's table, anything, it's just a very, very nice time. So I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Fantastic. Well, we're as are we. And are you have a guest coming with you this time as well?
Yeah, my wife is coming this year, so she'll be able to sit at the table, help me out when necessary. So, yeah, like we're both looking forward to it.
Fantastic. Well, we do feel it's like the couples con for the for both the market and the industry. We have a lot of guests that bring their spouses and a lot of collectors that come. That's why we have the couples option on the ticket. We do sell quite a few of those. So makes it.
So you know what? I don't know if you had that the first time, but I did take note of it this time around, and it actually brought to mind. And I'll be quick here. There was a couple who came to my table at the first convention, and it was a guy and his partner. I don't know if they were married or just boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. But anyway, so he's paging through my portfolio, and he found like 3 different pieces he wanted to buy, and he couldn't decide which one to go for. And finally, he took them all out of the sleeves. He laid them out, and he let his girlfriend decide. And so at first he was a little bit like, "Oh, you can't really," but then she goes, "Yeah, I can't really be, but do that one," and that's how they made the decision. So it was great to see.
Well, it's always good when you have a spouse or significant other who can be a part of your art buying process. I mean, it's
Right.
yeah. No, well, that's cool, and those are the stories and things I love hearing too. I mean, it
Yeah.
makes the show more real for me, and I think for everybody there too. I mean, that's wonderful.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Well, listen, Dan. Again, looking forward to having you at the show in February, and it's going to be exciting. I'm sure you keep abreast of the announcements here and there, but
Oh yeah.
I know you and I will definitely be in touch about the pre-OAX stuff. And again, anything you need, Tatiana or myself are here for you.
Sounds good, Bill. And again, looking forward to it.
All right. Thanks, Dan.
Very good.
Take care.
Take care. Yep. So long.
All right. Dan's always fun to talk with. I'm looking forward to having him back at the show. And apologies, I was because I was on a different tab. I wasn't looking at the Q&A going through here. Was I able to highlight anything? Kazarez was asking about commission requests coming in and payment terms. Payments, I think we wanted to do the payments in full. Dan had asked us to handle them, so you'll be hearing from me. But if there's anybody who needs to do time payments, certainly maybe on the higher, the 11x17 full figure inked, we can probably do half down and certainly half within 30 days. We'll work that out. I don't think Dan and I actually discussed what he really wanted fully on all the terms for that, but we're going to be handling that for them. So look forward to getting an email from me. There you have it. And I apologize for not listing that on the form itself, but I will make sure I get that added when the show is over. So I don't think I listed any terms on the next guest pre-OAX options either. So let me bring in Amanda Connor, since we're flying by the seat of our pants right now. It feels like, hey, Amanda.
Hi, how are you?
I am doing really well. How about yourself?
Good. I'm doing well. It's fun to see Dan. I was like when I was in the when I was backstage, I was like trying to clean off my desk because I was like, oh, this is a good opportunity to like clean off my desk. But then I was like, ooh, let's see what Dan's going to be drawing. You know? So yeah, it's always fun to see him.
So where are you at right now? This is a new place in the in the residence that I don't believe we've seen before.
Right, you're used to seeing Jimmy's studio,
Mm.
but this is my studio, and it actually is a lot cleaner than it was 3 weeks ago, and I actually took some time to make it look kind of organized behind me, but I'm really disorganized, so yeah, it's pretend.
Well, are those originals on the wall, or do you have prints up behind you?
No, these are some prints that I can't remember where I got the Tara McPherson print, but it's signed. And the cat in the tank I got years and years ago when oh god, I'm trying to think of the name of it. There was like an art collective in San Diego that rented a space right across from San Diego, and Jimmy's gonna chime in because he's in the messages and he's gonna remember the name of it. But I can't remember the name of it. But they had so many cool things, and I was like, I love this cat in a tank. So I did buy a piece of original art from there, but it's in the other room, so it's hanging up. It's
Well, I mean, I've heard stories. You do like to pick some art up when you go to shows.
I
Jimmy's mentioned
do.
you getting into lines here or there, like Jaime Hernandez and a few others.
Oh my God, Jaime! I met him for the first time about a year and a half ago, and I was I was fangirling out so bad. I was just it was like, "Oh my god, it's so nice to meet you." You know, so yeah, sometimes I usually am able to keep, myself together, but every once in a while I'll meet somebody I'm like, and Jaime was one of those people. Frank Miller, like decades ago, was one of those people for me. And I got all you know, like
I get
very
it. Yeah,
excited.
both those artists I've actually never gotten the chance to meet. So
Oh.
yeah, I mean somebody
One
who
day.
I've been at a few shows where he's been at, but I always forget. And I yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
one of these we'll need to get him to the show, in Florida one year. He would be a great guest.
Yeah, I would love I think that he would love to be at this show because this show it reminds me of the conventions from the 70s and the 80s, like super chill.
Hmm.
And you're not getting mowed down by a bunch of people racing to get free Funko Pops. So
No, it was one of the most orderly lines in year 2 that I think I've ever seen at a show. Even in year 1, I mean, we have a video of people walking into the hall year 1, and they're all just, everybody's an adult and they're not running
everybody's so
like they wanted.
civilized. I love
Right. I
that.
mean, in year 2, I wanted them to run a little bit because the line was much longer in year 2, and I'm just watching them orderly. I mean, it probably was like, it could have been a 10-minute walk to get everybody from the one room into the other room because they
Yeah.
were just being so nice. I mean,
Yeah.
single file. I mean, that's
They were
unheard of.
behaving.
But they're art collectors. I mean, we all wanna have a leg up, even if that means running a little bit. I mean, but hey, I guess it's
Yeah.
just part of, the OAX vibe that everybody, behaves
Oh,
themselves, and
there it is. It was Trickster. No, yeah, was it Trickster?
Trickster, I think, was what they were saying in the
Trickster.
chat.
Yeah, it was Trickster was the art collective that was at San Diego. Thank you, Jimmy.
So, yeah, I don't think so Trickster, I don't, but it was outside of the hall,
It
across the
was.
street?
Yeah, they had this brilliant idea to have like this like art collective, like, so where people were painting and drawing, and you could take a break from the madness of the hall and go in, and it was like super chill, and it was such a brilliant idea, and it only lasted for 1 year because somebody else saw them do it and go, oh, we're going to rent this place next year, and probably had like 9 times the amount of money that they did.
Mhm.
So, bummer.
Oh,
It's such a bummer.
yeah. But you picked up something from Jaime, right? When you were,
I did. Yes, yes, I did.
okay.
I have like my studio is a work in progress, and I'm gonna put like an art shelf up, above these doors right here, and I'm gonna put, yeah. my favorite pieces up there, so I can look at them every time every time I need to give my eyes a break from working.
Well, that's understandable. You can see I don't have. I need more art on my walls.
You do. You have some like blank spots there.
I do. Well, yeah, that's what Maureen keeps telling me. She's threatening to take everything off the wall and redo it. So, we just haven't had like a gap in time where she's free, or I'm not
Yeah.
doing a stream where we can actually do something there. But she's threatening to
Is she
paint
gonna
the
do something
walls.
like cool and designy with it?
The thing is, I'm going to let her do whatever she wants with it to make her happy. But, yeah, well, there's, I'd like to get something bigger. Everything's kind of the same size there. I don't know if maybe I'll put one of the OAX posters up there because those are 2 by 3 feet. I want to break it up a little bit so it's not all 11 by 17 or 11 by 14.
That makes
Easy.
sense. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
I love having all this stuff and then like doing something, really like cool with it, cool and designy and like, something that like you'd see in a mid-century modern house but with comic art.
exactly. Yeah, we need to I'll tell you, Kazra and I need a tour of your home at some point because I know
Oh
you
my
have a
God, I would
few.
love that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we're gonna have to arrange that. It's
Okay. Yeah.
I've been
We're
wanting to
we're
make a trip
actually
over that way.
yeah. We're trying to, the holidays are coming and a bunch of people we know are going to be coming down and staying in the area and we're like, okay, we got to get the house, up and running because it's been sort of, it's gotten stale because we haven't really had any guests the past couple of years. So, it's like the guest room has become the storage room and
Mhm.
I have to remedy that. So,
Well, no, cool. Well, we'll find a way to invite ourselves over, and
okay.
Kazra says he'll bring the booze, so
Okay.
I got plenty of chicken eggs I can bring, so that might be my
Oh, I would love
contribution.
that. Oh, man, you know what? My aunt has chickens and she's always bringing eggs and we love it.
So you don't need any from me then.
Well, she hasn't been here for a while. So, yeah, we wouldn't say
Okay.
no.
Well, I'm going to see Adam Kubert on Saturday, and I'm bringing him a dozen eggs.
Oh,
So
great. That's great.
it's it's the gift that keeps on giving around here.
It's
Um,
true. It's true. And we love Adam and Tracy. They're terrific. And you're not that far from them, right? You're like sort of.
it's probably about 70 minutes from where I'm at.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, closer to them than you are to us, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. You're about 2 hours away, maybe a little
Yeah.
more.
Yeah, well, next
Uh,
time you're in the area, we'll have to like tell you to come over and see our
yeah.
place.
Well, I'll let you know when. Yeah. You guys have the cruise to go on. I saw. They've got a nice 50% off. Deal going on right now. But it's right. What is it like 3 weeks before OEX? If it
No.
was 3 weeks after OAX, I would be there. I'd be on that cruise with you
I
guys.
know. I feel so bad because I know like getting this thing, set up, getting OAX set up and everything is like a full-time and three-quarters job. It's like I'm thinking that you're getting 3 hours of sleep a night.
No, I take naps in the afternoon,
Oh,
so
good, good.
I've resorted to that. But no, it is what it is. Kesrick would tell you the same thing. But we have so many other things going on too. There's just a lot of work. But OAX is definitely not like a 6 month plan. Before the show type of planning. We really started planning the show right after the last year's show, so
Yeah, I
it
think
doesn't
you have
stop.
to.
Yes,
Yeah, I mean, a
exactly.
convention, oh my God, it's just it's like the Golden Gate Bridge, I hear like they paint the entire Golden Gate Bridge and then when they get to the end, they just start at the beginning
Start
again
over.
and then just it's like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it feels like. But it's fun. I mean, because things evolve. We announced a couple like new sub shows with animation art and gaming art, and we have the indie creators that are being a little bit more a part of this show in February. So it's always evolving, and we're always trying to think. What's the next step? We have the Kirby
Yeah.
Awards this year too. So plenty of things that are new and exciting, and ticket sales are doing really well too. So yeah,
I'm glad to
it's
hear that. That's terrific.
and hey, I wanted to highlight. Patrick said that you picked up some artwork when you were at OAX last year as well. So
I
hey,
did.
he should know.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, he
yeah.
did. I still, that the giant when we had the auction,
Mhm.
the very first year, there was that beautiful painting, the Madman painting that Mike Allred had done, and
Yes.
I was blown away when I saw it. I was just like, "That's awesome!" And I won it, and it's
I
hanging up
know.
in my living room.
I wondered what was going through Jimmy's head when he was up there,
I
auctioning
know.
off
I
to
know it was
you.
we didn't even discuss it. I just like held up my little plaque and I was just like, I want it. So, and I know I saw Jimmy's face and he's like looking at me like, what are you doing?
Well, I ended up with the other, 3 foot by 4 foot, the silver
Yeah.
surfer piece, so
They're
I've got that one,
amazing.
so it's great. They stayed in Florida.
Yeah. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they didn't even make it out of the state.
No, which is probably better for the shipping, it
Yeah.
needed they needed to not go any further than that, though Mike had to mail those here to my house, so it was, I
Oh.
had the packing material if we were gonna ship it because I saved everything, so I
Yeah.
coulda done it, but I didn't
Yeah.
want to.
Yeah. I can imagine what your packing room looks like.
Well, I'm standing in it technically, but no, where we pack is actually in the other room, in the main part of the house. So I have a bar, so it's a nice long space that I can stand at. And well, the girls do. Honestly, my daughters Emma and Gwen do most of the art packing for me.
Oh,
I
that's
print the
great.
labels and I just print the labels and I put it in the bag with the art and I set it off to the side and they handle packing it. So
That's wonderful. And
yeah.
they're good at it.
Well, they grumble but they do it exactly the way I've told them to do it. So
Yeah.
they are good at
You
it. Yeah,
have to
once
because it's like, it's like if it's damaged, it's like, oh, it has to be done right,
oh
So
yeah,
that's
yeah.
great that, I mean, you must have a little bit of control freak to you, you would have to, I would guess.
Early on, but anymore, it's more like, "Here it is, get to work."
Oh, that's
I'll
good.
even give them I'll carry the stack of masonite in and put it on the end of the bar
Yeah.
for them as well. But no, I trust them. I mean, they've shipped, hundreds and hundreds of pieces for us now.
That's
We
fantastic.
with Comic Art Live the last weekend, we always have that mystery sketch thing where people buy a mystery sketch for 9 by 12 for $200, and then they get assigned randomly to an artist. Well, all of the international reps that we work with send their art here to make it, it's easier, right? They can send me 100 mystery sketches, and I mail them out for a lot less than they could from the Philippines or whatnot.
Right.
So we've gotten, over the last 6 shows of doing all of those, yeah, the girls are really good at it. They're
That's
actually probably
great.
faster at packing now than I am.
Yeah, you might be rusty at it.
I might. So, yeah, it's better they probably would just tell me to get out of their way. Oh, man, and Robert Berman, we have not done a mystery sketch reveal yet, but I do have a package coming in from the team in South America from, N Rizzo Art, and I know that, there's a piece from
Yeah.
Ed Rizzo in there, Carlos
Oh, that's great.
Dermas. Yeah, really, really nice stuff, but I think it actually arrives tomorrow, so I won't be able to do an unboxing until I'll have to work
Mhm.
that out actually, because we weren't planning on doing a show next Thursday. It's Thanksgiving. Can Everybody needs the day off on
If
Thanksgiving.
you're yeah, if you're gonna be doing a show on Thanksgiving, everybody's gonna be in a turkey coma, and they're just gonna be sleeping.
Right, exactly, and that's where I wanna be.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. Oh, there you go. Jimmy's wrapping up his 3 mystery sketches, and Jimmy too. Jimmy sends them to me, and I mail them out.
Oh, that's
So,
great.
yeah, or I say I mail them out, the kids do it, but either way, it's the same thing.
Yeah, it's good.
Um, so we should probably announce your, pre-OAX commission opportunities here.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
and I haven't turned it on yet. Everybody's probably been refreshing the the page on
Yeah.
the website, wondering when it's gonna show up, but I guess I can turn that on
It's
now.
funny because like when I do one of these shows with Jimmy, like I let him talk because he's such a great talker, and I read all the messages. But when I'm talking, I'm like totally focused, and I'm like not even paying attention to the messages here. So, hi guys.
Well, I hate to tell everybody I didn't put the payment terms on that one as well, but we're going to be handling Amanda's as well. I know we don't handle many of the artists pre-OAX stuff, but we were going to handle them for Amanda as well.
Thank you.
So yes, hey, it's not a problem. You know, I know that if there's people that I can trust to get work done, and I know that you any commissions that you take, you will definitely be completing them. So we had no problem handling your sales in the for pre-OAX. But I think same kind of rules apply. We'd prefer to have payment in full at the start. So that'll be what we'd like. But I'll reach out and communicate with all the buyers, people who sign up tonight, and we'll arrange payment. Everybody knows we like Zelle and Venmo as our as a way of getting cash. So we PayPal fees and all that stuff. We don't want to have those. We want to get it all in full. But the link is in the chat. So let's go ahead and show the tiers. You have 4 tiers that you're offering. No sketch cards though, everybody. I know there's a few people out there that really like the sketch cards, but we do not have a sketch card tier with Amanda. You can get Amanda to draw on a sketch card at OAX, right, Amanda?
Yes, I will be happy to draw on a sketch card for you at OAX, definitely.
Perfect. Well, I think in the first 2 years, I think we only had maybe an 11 by 17 full figure option. So we wanted to kind of mix it up this time. And there are limits on this, everybody. I will tell you that. And I'll do my best to turn some levels off when they pass certain thresholds. But first up is an inked black and white 9 by 12 bust, $500. And I think we're going to guarantee that you're going to take at least take 5 of these, and I'm going to try to, if that list fills up, I'll turn it off. But we'll see how things go. Right? You talked about depending on how much time you have and where you're at closer to the show, we could always reopen something if
these here are just samples that I made from other sketch commissions that I had done, because I was like, I don't have any like really finished, or I don't have any scans of really finished bust sketches that I've done. So I just sort of tweaked some other commissions that I've done, so some of the people might recognize some of their commissions on this.
Nothing wrong with that. I looked on CAF, and I think when we were on the phone, I said it was funny because everything on Comic Art Fans always had a splash of color. If it was a convention sketch, maybe it was the red lips or a little bit of yellow in the hair.
And sometimes I'll do that. Sometimes I'll be like, this needs a little bit of red on it. Like Painkiller Jane, I'm like, she's got some cuts on her. They should probably look like blood. So every once in a while I'll like put a little bit of color. Like I did a Wonder Girl, and or Wonder Woman, and with the lasso, and I'm like, the lasso can't not be gold. So I put a little bit of I put a little bit of color in it, even though it was supposed to be black and white. But I mean, you can see on some of these things, I wanted to tell anybody who was thinking about a commission, I do not hate art direction. Like if you have an idea, like and some people who have gotten commissions before have asked me, can the character be doing this? And I'm like, sure, I don't mind a little art direction at all. So if you have like an idea of a character and you've always wished that you could see them, I don't know, blowing smoke out of a gun like Painkiller Jane is doing right now, although that's pretty common for her to be doing. I have no problem doing that, because sometimes I'll try and think of something fun for the character to be doing, just so it's not so static.
Right. Well, that makes sense. I mean, you have to enjoy what you're working on too. You don't want to keep redoing the same pose. I mean,
right.
Well, maybe Power Girl's kind of always sort of the same, just turn her at a different angle and show off her muscles and all that. But but with other characters, when you can mess around with a weapon or or like that, you might as well have some fun with it.
Exactly. Yeah.
So let's see. But the other tiers, and I think I picked these ones because all 4 of those images were the ones you sent me. So I kind of went over to CAF to try to find examples of other ones, and there was plenty of a lot of them. Except like on this one, I thought this was a really good image, right? And
Oh
it's
my
you
God,
see,
that was from a long time ago.
I saw it was posted on Comic Card Fans about 10 years ago, but it was about the right size, and this is for a half figure on 11 by 14, inked as well, and it's priced at 750. So I just felt like, well, rather than me cropping an image and trying to make it look like a half figure piece, this one was already built to speed, exactly what we needed.
Yeah. Oh, that's great that you found that.
Yep, and then, let's see here, then the other 2 options were the three-quarter figure, so thighs up,
Yeah.
single character, inked as well. It'll be on 11 by
Yeah.
17, priced at $1,500. Very, very nicely done piece
I
here,
love
and
that you
then
found these.
well, the next one I think was actually done for OAX. I saw a couple of 11 by 17 full figure commissions. There was, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure this one was on that. I think I know the collector
There
who owns this
was. That
one.
was the first year of OAX, that Scarlet Witch.
Well, it came out great, and there was another one, a full figure that was in Josh Flanders' calf gallery. It was of a Wonder Woman with like her foot on a skull, and she had a sword, but he had a watermark on it, so I couldn't use it. I tried to find a
Oh.
way to clean it up, but you know the piece I'm talking about because that was, I
I
think,
know
from
just the
year one
piece.
as well.
Yeah. Yeah. I know
And I
just the
think this
one.
is, I think this was Rich Cirillo's, but again, fantastic work. And these have a little bit of tonal work in there. So when you say inked, do you add a little bit of tonal
Well,
work
I
in the
add ink
pieces?
and then I
Is that what
go in
pencil
and I do some shading with pencil. I do some
pencils?
pencil shading in it. That's what
Got
you
it.
see on her boots and on her costume and on her gloves. So I'll do a little bit of pencil shading on it just to give it some depth.
Well, it came out beautifully. And I did get to see, I don't think I saw any of the pieces from last year, but I remember seeing Josh's and I remember seing this one at the first
Oh, you
OAX.
know what? I should have just sent you. There, I should have sent you the ones from last year. I have them. I have them scanned.
Well, you can always
So
send them to me and I can update the slides.
okay.
It's not, it doesn't
Yeah,
take
I
any
could do
time to do
that.
that. I'd be happy to do that.
Yeah. So but but yeah, I and the reason like sometimes if you ask me to do a bust sketch at a convention and I'll add color and all this stuff
Hmm.
and I you know it's not gonna like the stuff that I do here, the black and white things,
Right.
I do in the comfort of my own studio and I have time to do it and I'm able to sort of you know not be so I'm here all by myself so I'm not distracted. um so it's closer to what like editorial work would be, it's like really really super tight and stuff that would be done for print, like
Hmm.
the stuff that I do at conventions. I really enjoy doing it, but um it's a little bit more rough because there's so many distractions and I'm doing it at a convention, so it's like there's a lot more stimulation going on, so I can't like put the like super
Oh, I
focused
know. I saw
concentration.
you and Jimmy at the First Coast show. What
Yeah.
was that, in the summertime, and you just always had a line. There was, I don't even know how there's no way you can get any drawing done at a show
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
I,
And that's the
it's
other
just
thing is like I don't always get a chance to do um drawings at a convention because it's just so nutty. I mean, that's one of the things I love about OAX is that it's less of a get my giant stack of books signed show, which you can do at OAX.
hmm.
There's that's not a problem at all. But I get to actually do more drawing at OAX, which I love.
Right, and you get to watch Adam Hughes draw. You get
I
to
get to watch
yeah.
huge draw. That's so oh man, the stuff that he did. Oh, he's just I used to call him the drawing mutant because I'm like, you're just not human. I was like, "You're so ridiculously talented, it's not possible." You know?
He
It's
does do a lot of sketching during the shows. I mean, he Allison is very regimental, right? She gives him like
Yeah.
2 hour, like an hour and a half window to do this and then that, and but whenever he's drawing though,
Yeah.
he's locked in, and the
Yeah.
lines, he's always got a line and everything. So yeah, it
Yeah.
would be. I think
Allison's
it'd be fun
another
to just watch.
talent. You know,
Mhm.
she's another talent too. The first year she colored a Power Girl
Power
with
Girl with the
Stinky.
cat.
Yeah, and she did such an amazing job on it. She's like, and she's like, like people don't give her credit, but she can draw her ass off.
Exactly. No, I mean, people, yeah, well, I don't, people just think of her as, Adam's, I don't even want to say significant other, but she colors his stuff though. I mean,
She
as well.
colors his
Does a
stuff. She
great job.
draws her own stuff. She sold a really big piece last year,
At the
and we
auction,
were
she had
all
the
like
highest.
cheering her on. Yeah.
Do you remember that?
What's that?
That was remarkable. She did better than Adam's piece.
Oh, that's right. It was the auction. Yeah, we were so
Yes,
proud
the
of her.
Josie and the Pussycats piece,
That's
right?
right. That's
With
right.
them
It
in the
was
car.
awesome.
Yeah. That was amazing. Yeah, she's, I don't think she'll always remind anyone that,
Oh,
she runs into how that did. And it's remarkable. That's just part of the fun at
yeah.
the show. You never know what's gonna, excite people. They get to see it in advance of the show and at the show, and then
Yeah.
yeah, we've been really happy with just the whole format and the way that's worked out. But yeah, you get stuff like that. Or year one, when you and Allison were in the back and you were bidding on the all red piece. I mean, that stuff was
Yes.
fun. And seeing the videos and the photos afterwards just make it
I
all
think
the
we were
more
having a
special.
lot of gin too, so that might
I
have,
did see a drink in both of your hands, so I that might have played a part in all of that. But yeah, well, it's great of course, to have you and Jimmy back. I mean, you're
it
in Florida, but you guys just make the show so much more fun, and I think that it, I couldn't imagine a show without you and he, and and a few others. But it really really just makes us really happy to have
it's
you be a part of the show, and always willing to come back.
yeah, it's got to be one of our favorite shows, if not, our favorite show. I mean, there's like, it's so much fun, and we're so glad that you guys like to have us back. So we're
Yeah.
really looking forward to it.
Fantastic. Now, I guess if the cruise were to happen on the same weekend as OAX, we might have problems, but we'll try to
Might
avoid
have to
that.
do OAX, man.
Yeah, you probably did you because you went on the cruise last year. Did you get to do any art? I mean, do the collectors that go there even, are they there to
um
get things signed or?
I did a little bit of art, not a ton. Um, it was the first year that they had tried doing this, so I think it was really brand new. I mean, the people who do the cruise, they're really really good at it, and they do like those 80s music
Mm.
cruises, and that they do theme cruises, and they are so good at it. And a comic cruise was this was the first time they had tried that. So I think they were like getting a feel for it. And I think as the years go on, they're just going to get better at it.
Well, I want to go. And
You know,
it'll
I
be a lot
mean,
more fun if you and Jimmy are there.
Yes. You'll have fun no matter what. I mean,
That
one
is
of these
probably
days
true.
they'll have the cruise after OAX, and you'll be able to go.
Mhm. All right. All
Yeah.
right.
One of these days,
Well,
hopefully. One of
uh,
these years.
well, listen, it's always great getting to talk to you, Amanda. And I know that we've talked about doing a sales show sometime in the future. So, I don't know when we'll be able to squeeze that in. Probably it'll end up being something we do after OAX, but we got plenty of time to talk with you and Jimmy to arrange that. But, I
Yeah.
look forward to doing one of those with you again. That one we got to do was a lot of fun, but it's almost been 2 years, I think, since we did that. So,
Yeah. Yeah. I think so.
see, it's so long ago. I don't remember when we did it.
Everything like that, now the older I get, the more things blur together to me.
Mhm.
It's like, I'm like,
I
oh
do.
yeah.
I do get that.
Yeah. So,
Um, uh,
oh, I forgot Patrick will be like, don't forget to, don't forget the pricing on the bust
mhm.
and on the half figure.
Okay.
is like an OAX special price. I think it might be, depending on how much sweat it ends up costing me. It will probably be going up like when I have to do it, for the
So for
regular,
another show, but
for
not
the
for
other
OAX.
shows. Not OAX. It's like an OAX special price. Because Patrick, my our manager slash other parent, is like, he looks at me and he's like, "This is going to be a lot of work for you. You're not charging enough." And I'm like, "Oh well, it's for OAX." So
Well, that's why, I didn't state any limited numbers, but I can attest that I know that the numbers are going to be very limited.
yeah,
Um,
I
and
think
Jimmy
that
wanted, hmm?
I think I might only be able to handle. I might only be able to handle two of the full figures, two of the three quarters,
Okay.
two of the halves, and like maybe three of the busts, maybe four of the busts. I might be being too optimistic.
Well, we have a mix so far. I think we've got a couple 500s. We have
Oh, good,
750 and a 2000. So
great,
we're all over the board right now.
yeah.
But yeah, I'll
And
keep an eye on it.
yeah, and like I said, I love art direction. I love it when a fan like has a really good idea and goes, "Hey, can you do this?" I mean, the weirdest suggestion I ever got at a convention was a Princess Diana centaur. So nothing you guys can ask me is probably going to be too weird.
Did you accept that commission?
I did. It's like, why not?
Did you
This
take
was
a
like in the
picture of that
90s.
for posterity so you could always remember having drawn that?
I know. It was a long time. It was the 90s. So yeah, it was I was like, "You want me to draw what now?" And I'm like, "Okay." So, but but yeah, and also like, you're not I'm not married to portrait too. If you want landscape, that's fine too. If you guys,
So you don't
whatever
mind that
guy
even
you
that
guys.
direction to that depth. It can be horizontal,
Yeah.
vertical. You're cool with okay.
Yeah,
Well,
it's fun. I'll make it work.
you're a collector pleaser is what I'm gonna
I am.
say.
And Jimmy's like a collector, and he's like, people want it portrait, not landscape. And I'm like, I'll let the person who wants the commission, I'll let them decide. So
Well, Jimmy's a collector too, but yeah, you're right. I mean, at the end of the day, we want to see artists doing stuff in different ways, and sometimes
yeah,
horizontal pieces will work. I mean, come on, yeah, that's
yeah.
okay.
I mean, I defer to him because he collects a lot, you know. So he knows, he collects way more than I do. And I mean, he's been doing since he's a teenager, so I'm like, yeah, you know what you're doing. So, but I like to, if somebody wants something a little different, why not?
All right. Well,
Yeah.
I get CC'd on the orders as well, so I'll get to see how crazy they might get.
Oh,
If
this is
if
gonna be
anybody's
fun.
asking for a centaur, and I don't
A
know,
Princess Diana said.
with Princess Diana, or yeah, gosh, well, we'll see. We clearly Amanda is game for almost anything here,
Almost
but
anything.
Jimmy did say when we were talking about doing an art sale that you will be bringing a lot of comic pages to the show, and we always know that Jimmy likes to bring a lot of like a bin of the $100-ish pages himself. So
Yeah.
everybody who's gone to OAX in the past knows that your table is one that you got to stop at because there's always deals there. I think Dave Kopecki might have bought like 20 pages from Jimmy last year. And there's so you got to do it, everybody. If you haven't gotten to experience the Jimmy and Amanda booth with Patrick, always there as well, you have to stop by.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, and Jimmy also reminded me to tell you that there are going to be some of my sequential pages there.
Good.
I'm bringing the Harley Hulk pages that I just did with me.
Oh, good.
Nick is
Well,
going to be like, "What?" We have a friend
well,
Nick who loves the Hulk.
Okay, well, that's good. See, it's always a good reminder that when you're bringing stuff out, we want to know about it because we want to make sure that we alert all the collectors who are going to OAX to all of
Yeah.
the art drop related things, the exclusive stuff, the first time offerings, and all of that.
Yeah.
I'll let them know about it. So give them a
Yeah.
reason, even more of a reason to go to your booth.
Yeah. It'll be like, covers and stuff, and it'll also be some, some that's the newest thing I just did was the Harley Hulk, but some older sequential pages too, if you're like I gotta like dig through it and see what I have.
All right.
So
Well,
I
that's
wish it's gonna be these pages, but I have no idea what it's gonna I think Jimmy and Patrick know what it's gonna be, but I don't know.
Jimmy knows. He's like the Harley Hulk stories from the Deadpool Batman book that's out this week, plus the cover.
Yes. Yes. Plus the cover. Yes. Plus the cover. Definitely the cover. And Soul
Well,
Searchers pages. Okay, thank you, Patrick. Appreciate it.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about the Soul Searchers. We had some of those
The
on the sales
Soul
show that we did. Those
Searchers.
were good. I think
Yeah,
they all sold too. There's fans.
I think so. I think so. That was the old Claypool. That was like late '80s, early '90s. I think Soul
Hmm.
Searchers. That was a long time ago.
Early.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
early Amanda.
it was. Well, that'll be good. We'll make sure that we add that to the list of stuff you guys are bringing, and then yeah. Well, again, we have 90 days before the show. I think that's literally it's the 20th right now, and preview night is on February 20th. In 2026. So 90 more days and we'll all be getting together back in Orlando. So
I'm so
uh
excited.
I'm ready. Definitely. I am too. It's going to be a blast. And with the well, there's just lots of stuff that is coming up that we're going to be able to announce. But there's fun stuff. You won't believe that the posters are cool this year. We've seen a few of them. I mean, there's stuff we'll be revealing. There's so many neat, things that we've been able to work out. Yeah, it's going to be a blast. So, thank you again, Amanda, for being a part of the show, and Jimmy too. Jimmy too. He's doing some work for us
Thank
behind the
you for
scenes as
having.
well.
Thank you so much for having me. It's
Uh,
always fun to talk to you. I always have a really good time talking to you.
you know, uh, you can come on the show every week if you want, Amanda.
Thank you. God, I
Yep.
I love to like get my life organized so that I could be like, well, here's my schedule. I'm working this, and then every week I'm going to be on your show. But I don't have that
I
kind
know
of
that won't work out.
capacity.
It's nice to think about, though.
I know.
Oh, man. All right. Well, listen, I guess you probably need to get back to work, but Amanda, again, this is going to be a lot of fun, and I'll be in touch about the commissions that I've seen come
Okay.
through, and
Cool.
yeah,
Thank you
we'll
so
see you
much.
again. All right. Have a good
It's
night.
so good to see you. Take
Likewise.
care. Bye bye.
Oh man, Amanda's the best. Jimmy, I love it when Jimmy's in the chat. He kind of takes charge in the chat. That's we should have him be an official chat monitor. But what was that? I saw Newell was asking Kazra about are there any diners near OAX that we can get frisked at or have to be? Oh, I don't know. But Kazra said definitely, so that's okay. There you go. Let's see. And I guess I had Dave Kopecki's art purchase number wrong. I thought it was 20. It was 35 pages that he bought from Jimmy. Wow. Dave Kopecki, he is a madman. If if I do say so myself, my goodness, 35 pages. Um, the thing I'm curious about, Dave, is did you do that all in one go, or did you just keep going back to Jimmy's table and buy another 10 and another 10 and another 10, or did you do it all at once? Did you make people wait in line behind you while you picked out all 35 pages to pick up? Man, I want to get that on video next year. So, Dave wiped Jimmy out. Okay. Anyway, buying in bulk, says Robert Berman. You know that for sure. So plenty of stuff that I got to get through here as well, but it was awesome to have Dan and Amanda on to announce their pre-OAX. The links are all live on the website, oax.art. Just head over there. You can see a whole list of artists that still have pre-OAX opportunities out there. A lot of them are closed. Like during the Qbert show on Sunday, he sold out in the first 10 minutes, and his wife Tracy texted him, but we didn't look at his phone during that stream, so we didn't know to announce it. But he sold out right away, and overall, yeah, there's there's quite a few sold out, but there's still a ton of opportunities out there for people who want to get sketch cards, to those who are looking for painted pieces, 11 by 17s, you name it. There's plenty of opportunities out there. Let's see. Okay, so Dave says he did 20 and then came back for 15. That's smart. That's smart. Leave a little for the for the other guys, and then go back and then clean them out. Yeah. James Siegel says that Kopecky was wearing a big backpack and blocking the aisle. Oh man, well maybe we need, well that's the trouble. Jimmy and Amanda are not on a corner. But they're in a booth next to the corner. Well, it'll still work out. Anyway, all right, on with the show. So what do I got here? Cal 12 this weekend. I hope everybody enjoyed the show. We've had definitely some time to decompress a little bit around here. I have caught up on my sleep by and large, but I have not caught up on my emails. So if any of you are still waiting for a reply from about this time last week, I apologize, but I am getting through them. Kind of have my priority list of people to reply to. I think there's even a few emails from Kezra that I didn't reply to today, but I did do the work that you asked me to do, Kezra. So I got it done. I just forgot to reply. But yeah, so things are pretty much back to normal around here. Cal 12 was a lot of fun. The panels were great. I think my favorite panel, I told it to the team on Tuesday, was the game art related panel that Tatiana and Kazra hosted. I really love seeing all that work. And there's a few collectors who have a lot of game art and focus on game art on CAF, and I've followed their collections for a long time. But it was just neat to see. But you see it and you don't really get the chance to talk to the collector about it. What's their motivations, and or even where are you finding this stuff, because it's not always popping up on Heritage or whatnot. And it was just cool learning the perspective of a collector in a genre of art collecting that that I'm not familiar with. And so yeah, I think I enjoyed that one the most. The one I enjoyed the least was the one with Adam, with all my mistakes on it. But outside of that, it was a really great weekend, and the panels were really a lot of fun. And the sales shows all did really well. But we didn't have any hiccups on the website for the whole weekend. Everything went, I mean, probably better than they ever have, which was nice. I think we were having peaks of 25,000 page views in a 30-minute window, which I've really never looked at those reports like that before while in real time while they were happening, but that's a lot of page views. It means that that's what we would get maybe over the course of a 6 to 8 hour window at a busy point during a normal day. So it was kind of crazy, but it was great to see. It was great to see so many people be interested in the 12th show. I haven't looked at the numbers from Google Analytics to kind of analyze page views and unique users and all that stuff. I'm sure we'll put together an announcement next week or sometime around there. But I do have 2 ring lights. I've always had 2 ring lights, actually. That's why you see, well, whatever, right there. Yeah, I'm pretty good at that. But yeah, beyond that, things are good. I think we're got to already start thinking about the 13th show, but we got OAX to think about in advance of that. But yeah, the one thing, I'm going to send out a mailing to any of the exhibitors as a reminder. I did do a couple post-show. Well, I think I've only done one post-show email to the exhibitors, but I want to make sure everybody remembers to leave feedback for your buyers, so your buyers can leave feedback for you. I know that a lot of sales have closed after the halls closed at 10 o'clock on Sunday. I know we're probably closing in on, I don't think it's 700, but we're well over 600 sales right now. So that's a lot of feedback that can be left. So since it starts with the seller, please, once you've got a confirmed sale and you've collected your funds and you've shipped the art, please, leave feedback for your buyer, because then they can leave feedback for you. It's to kind of close the loop. So I'll be sending out a reminder about that. And for those who exhibited and have continued to make sales, please mark the stuff sold when after the fact, because we're kind of tracking all the numbers and everything. I can tell you, I bought 2 pieces of art and have paid for them, and they're not marked sold yet either. So I know how it goes. A lot of times, you move on from the show and you take care of shipping the artwork and all that stuff. But it does help us, understand, the who did well, who did average. I mean, I heard great stories. Michael McIsaac is like, we should have him as the poster child, for doing setting up a booth and doing well. I think Michael sold more than half of what he brought. And that's just fantastic. And he's got experience selling because he sells a bit on eBay and everything too. But by and large, yeah, that was always good to see. I know that uh, uh, Brian Norton did well. A lot of people picked up a fair amount of stuff. Sorry, I'm trying to look through the chat. Okay, I see, Kazra. Thank you for answering that. VIP tickets are actually pretty strong. I mean, the last week and a half, I think the frequency is going up. But we'll probably be able to make some announcements, about where we're at with those and other things too. But again, I'll send out a mailing to the exhibitors, and if you're a buyer waiting for feedback from the person you bought your artwork from, please shoot them an email and just let them know that hey, you want to get feedback so that you can leave them feedback if it hasn't happened yet. So let's because feedback is important. It helps people have confidence in you, and it's shown in your CAF gallery with your profile, 24/7 to potential buyers. And when you're going and trying to buy something on CAF and you've never dealt with that seller before, a lot of times the seller, their due diligence is kind of, it's not infinite. They can only look at a few things, and feedback is one of the things they can look at. They can, of course, go over and look at your eBay profile, I guess, and see if you have some feedback there. But yeah, your CAF feedback is pretty important. Feedback loop, says Newell. Newell and I know a thing or two about that. But yeah, let's see. Jay says, I don't give feedback until the buyer lets me know it got there safe and sound. All right, Jay. I mean, that's fine. I'm cool with that. I mean, as long as you stay on top of it, and they give you the thumbs up that the art arrived, and they're not going to leave, well, you can't leave negative feedback. You can only leave neutral or positive. I think what I always told people is, like, if you feel the need to leave negative feedback for somebody because something went wrong, I want to know about it. I don't think we shouldn't. That should never be the case during Comic Art Live weekend, or really anytime art is changing hands on the site. So yeah, we only allow positive and neutral. And neutral almost should never be used. I bet you it probably never has been used. All right. Hi, Jay's thing there. Jiggy's crew took a bunch of my cash over the weekend, says Little John. Yeah, yeah. I did see that Jiggy got a fair number of commission emails, and he did some decent sales. I think his art sale, art drop on Saturday did incredibly well. I know they sold more than half of the pieces they brought. They were very happy. We hung out in the green room for about 10 minutes after the show, just talking about it and how much they appreciate the opportunity they have to exhibit at CAL and to do the regular streams and stuff. And yeah, I feel like CAF has definitely helped them, and they've helped us, and kind of understand different ways to work with artists and reps and stuff. So yeah, we have a really good relationship with Jiggy's crew. Jay wants to give feedback on OAX commission experiences. I don't know. I guess anything's possible one day, Jason. That's I would never. You never say never. And Alberto's asking, what do we got here? This is for Kazra and I. Are there going to be any events activities planned before the VIP preview on Friday? I would say yes, there definitely will be. See, even Kazra has answered yes. That's a definite. We haven't posted, we have a lot of stuff that's going to be going up on the event schedule over the next I'd say probably 2 to 4 weeks as we finalize some things. I mean, there's now that CAL is behind us, there's just a lot of things that we've been discussing, and we know that are going to happen. And we got the bub crawl to get listed on there, for God's sakes. We have plenty of things to do. Chris is offering that he and Alberto can go out and drink anytime. Drink tickets. Yeah, so you're right. Yep, Kazra says yes. It is, yeah, a lot more of the same from last year, but better. Just think of it like that. Yeah, Derek is asking, how you can filter by seller in the app. Could filtering your keywords by art type be a consideration? Trying to think that one through on the fly, Derek. You know how you can filter by seller in the app? Could you filter? So you could filter out, I guess. Is that what you're thinking? Filtering out from certain elements, like if you want to do a search and you only want to search on everything but sketch covers, kind of a thing, I guess. Something like that, Derek. I don't know. I mean, uh, maybe shoot me an email with your thoughts on how you might. I get where you're coming from. On the app, you can sort of already do that with the like the new art feed and the site search, because you can exclude the art types that you don't want to have in the search. So that already works on the app. It's not on the website yet though. So if that's what you meant, yeah, and you're saying yeah, yeah, check the app. Go to the either do a search or just go to the new art feed and do the filter. You know, and they'll fly that out, and you can see you can pretty much go granular on the art types, the medium types, whether it's published or not, and throw a keyword in there at the same time, and it's very dynamic. It's I think it's exactly what you're looking for in a way that's similar to wantless. So yeah, um, but we don't have that filter set up on Cal yet either. Now that I think about it, the site search there. So yeah, you're going to see a lot of changes with Cal 13. I think Cal 13 will start incorporating a lot of the advanced searching and things that we've incorporated into the app. Um, and yeah, you'll be seeing some of that stuff rolling into the website in the very near future. Uh, Jay wants to know if you can search for with like no keyword in it. Jay, you're always asking the tough questions. I can't remember. I thought art for sale you can search with a blank keyword. I know with market data you can search for a blank keyword. You just can't search for a blank keyword on the website that way. Um, but in the app you can. But it's back to yeah, but you can't do that on the website, but you can do that on the app. Yeah, because the app with the new filter, the new art page filter, if you click off, if you close new and have it just search the whole site, you can pretty much just like yeah, that's basically how the app works. Can I search for? Yeah, I get it. I get it. Anyway, how did I go from talking about Cal 12 to the app? I'm not quite sure, but either way, you get the idea. There's features there. We always talked about the app has to be first because it's going to influence and define things that the website needs, the way the way things work and all that. And we learned a tremendous amount in that process. Both Maureen and Andy, who is our app developer, them working together through a lot of these things. There was a lot of all those cool features came out of it. But now are going to get rolled down to the website. Robert Berman, you're absolutely right. The app is germane to all art discussions. Absolutely. If you don't have the app, what are you waiting for? I left that slide in here from the last show. Where was it? Right here. You want to get the app right there. Just see that QR code right there. If you got your phone in your hand, scan it, download the app. It'll take you to a page that'll let you either pick your Android or iOS version to download. But there it is, right there. You get tuned in. That newest feature with the want list stuff is fantastic. It really kind of sucked the whole weekend. I felt like I got at least one want list alert per hour. Maybe every half hour, because a lot of people were posting in the classifieds, and I had no time to go look at anything. It was very disappointing. And even throughout the week, I've gotten a fair number of want list alerts and haven't had a chance to even go back and look at any of them. But it is a fantastic tool, and as everybody knows, for with the dealers and the reps that we work with directly and host their websites, all of those art for sale pieces are pushed out live. I mean, as they happen, you're going to get alerted about the art for sale even before the seller has a chance to send out a mailing or go on their Facebook group page and post an announcement about it. So you need the app if you want to be a savvy buyer and you want to stay ahead of the curve. The app is definitely your way to do it. There we go. Yeah, you do miss that sometimes. I can't tone it down. That's the color. Have you ever gone, if you go to Comic Connect's website, and they have an auction ongoing right now, if you didn't know that. Even their little logo in the upper, up there by their, at the top of the tab bar is so bright blue it almost like jumps out of the browser tab. Yeah, that's like it is a I'm not going to call it annoying, but it is like one of the brightest blues you could pick on the spectrum. They picked it. It is impossibly blue, says Chris Norick. Yes, exactly. Kenneth Gagnon says the app works better than the website. Well, for now, for now it does. You could say that. And it is so saturated. I know. I get it, Chris. All right. Well, enough of that. We've talked about the Cal 12 and the app, and we had plenty of OAX conversation already. I do have a couple packages that came in while I was busy this weekend with Cal 12. One of them came in from Hakes, and I didn't order anything from Hakes. So I've cut into everything. I've learned my lesson. I'm not fighting with packages anymore. But I have no idea. It's clearly not San Diego time when I always get my set of buttons. So I figured, well, whatever it can be. Oh, oh God. All right, I got to read the note. I got to read the note, and then I'll show you what it is. Oh my gosh. This is better than my birthday. Okay. It's from notes from Alex. Oh man, we're gonna miss Alex. I'm gonna miss Alex. I hope you all are gonna miss Alex too. It says, Bill, from my collection to yours, enjoy. Best, Alex. Oh man. I gotta get it. I gotta take it out of the bag. This is this is awesome. Gosh. All right, there you go. I have a Hot Wheel Thor van. This is freaking awesome. I'd seen one of these on I don't even know where I was on, like eBay once when I was looking for a silhouette of a van, and I think I used it in a meme for that drag racing meme between the Hulk and the Thing and Tertulio and his Winter Soldier outback vehicle, whatever. And I came across this, and I was like, one of these days I'm going to try to find one, and I know they have them on eBay, but now I don't have to. I don't have to do it. Alex, you are the best, man, and I wish him the best in everything that he chooses to do in retirement, because such a nice guy, and I know a lot of you you've seen him on the shows before, but getting to see him at the first OAX was awesome, and yeah, he will be missed. But thank you, Alex. Yeah, that's wonderful. I'm gonna save the note too, Alex. Next up, I have James Siegel to thank for this package. He texted me sometime last week, maybe it was like Monday or Tuesday. He told me, "Hey Bill, there's this piece of art up on the calf. You should buy it. It's affordable." And so I followed the link, and sure enough, it was affordable. And so I decided to buy it, just figuring, I get to have a starter piece by Art Adams that, I already have that great card art by Art Adams that, has Thor and Loki on it. But I never picked up anything by him at a show before. And so somebody was offering this 9x12 Thor. Let's sketch. And if I was in this, I guess if I was in the sketch prices group, I'd tell you I got it for $500 from the seller, which I think is a very fair price, because I don't think you can get something this size from Mr. Art Adams at a show these days, and that's very nice. Yeah, it was a steal. Yeah. So thank you, James, for alerting me to it. I guess if I was paying attention to the app, I would have gotten pinged about it, but I wasn't. You got to me first, and I do appreciate that. It's good to have friends in the hobby to alert you when an opportunity like that comes up. So thank you very much, James. Now, one other package. I got an email from Jeff Singh last week, and he said that he wanted to send me something. So I got a package in the mail from Jeff on a Saturday. So I've been waiting to open up, and I asked him if it was cool if I opened it up during the show, and he said, absolutely. So here we are. James says we all enable each other's addictions. That is so true, James. I just need more opportunity to help. Well, I guess, through CAF, we all enable each other, but yeah, I should be doing more of that. OMG. What on earth? Oh my God. Okay. I have to read the note on this one first, because the note is covering the image. I can't. Oh goodness. All right. Hang on. There we go. And I'm going to take it out of the bag. It's 11 by 17. Unlike something. Well, okay. Let's read this. All right, Bill, a little gift to say thanks for everything, including CAF. It's a gift that keeps giving. It is a gift that keeps giving. I got these recently with you in mind, as I know you are a fan. Enjoy, your friend, Jeff Singh. Oh my goodness. Well, this is a drawing by Bill Willingham. It's got some damage on it, and but that just doesn't matter. Oh my gosh, I didn't. Oh, and there's like, what is it? What on earth is that? Is it like a printout? No, that's drawn too. Wow, my I'm I'm almost, it is after 10, right? I can show this now. Okay. So this was done on DC board by Bill Willingham. And let's see. Oh, there you go. So it does have some creasage. It does have some water stainage in it, but you know, that's an an X-Men related piece that you probably weren't expected to see. Let's see oh, there's some writing on the back. It says Bill Willingham signed Kitty Pryde, Dragon, Colossus circa 1990. Uncanny X-Men. So you get her hand through Peter's face on the wall, and yeah, that's pretty awesome. I love. I mean, Bill Willingham. You know, he did do some racy issues of the Elementals. You know, in his time, as many of you know, the Triple X-Men, says Chris Snark. Yes. Now this one is it. It's got to be. I mean, this one has water damage as well. But no, this looks like it's in ballpoint pen, and probably for the same. Let's see. Probably for the same collector, I guess. But this one, it is okay. It is. It's got to be ballpoint pen. Done on more of a bond paper type of thing. Peter's not in this one, but Kitty is wearing the same clothes as she was in the first one. There you have it, right there. I guess when I look at this, there is probably a little bit of mold on this one. I don't know if I'd want to take this to Mrs. Von Hawk and ask her to get the mold out of this one. She might be wondering about me. Let's see. This one on the back again says the same thing. Uncanny X-Men, Kitty Pryde, 1990. So there we go. Jeff, you know me too well. So thank you so much, my friend. That is wonderful. I appreciate the back scratcher. Oh my God. Anyway, wow. That's awesome. I mean, if that was in the set that he bought, just imagine what else Jeff was able to pick up. And Jeff has posted some pretty amazing artworks the past couple weeks on CAF too. But Jeff, thank you. Thank you so much, man. That's wonderful. And again, saving this note to go with that. Wow. I get a Thor, Van, and two Willingham Kitty Pryde fully nude pieces on the same day. That is wonderful. And yeah, no, Jeff's a great guy. And, you know, he's been in the hobby for so long. He knows where all the art is. He's amazing. And we're not going to get to see him at OAX this year, unfortunately, but hopefully he'll be back again real soon. But yeah, wonderful man. So where do we go from here? Water sports Danny's. Okay. All right. Packages out of the way. Let me just look at this. I'll show the schedule. The schedule is very sparse at the moment. I do have a few other interviews that I've almost booked, but I haven't been able to do that in a while. Unstoppable. Come on, man. I'm not going to come up in the files from that gentleman. I'm not listed there at all. But she is underage. I guess I'd have to give you that. Let's see here. I think, yeah, yeah, here we go. So no shows this weekend. Yeah, we're taking some time off. And wait, is this the wrong one? This is the right one. No. God dang it. How did I not do that? Son of a gun. Is it not on that one? I somehow managed to upload two and I still didn't upload the right one. Son of a bee. Hang on. It's over here. Because I have a save this over here. Let me upload it that way. Then I got it. So you saw it was a sparse schedule, but I did add a show to it earlier and I forgot to upload the right one. Okay, here we go. Get the right one off of here. All right, this is the right one. Apologize for that. But yeah, there we go. All right. That, like I said, this has all the right stuff on it. So it's got we're going to do a heritage recap. Dino, Dan, and Nick. Mike is in Vegas, and I have invited Albert, but Albert hasn't replied. So I don't know if he'll be doing that, but that'll be on Monday. Then on Tuesday, we'll actually have two shows. We'll have All Access Art, a recorded show with Tatiana, doing a video game 101 episode. It'll drop at 3 p.m. So I would encourage everybody to see that. It's kind of like like, I don't know if you want to call it a follow-up or a complimentary show to the panel we did on Saturday or Sunday, I'm sorry, with Kazra and Tatiana and Jeremy. So there's that. And then I'll have Spinnerack Rick Yankowski. I spelled his name Yankowski. I put a W in there, and he let me know that everybody does that. So I'm glad that I'm just like everybody else. But his last name is Yankowski. So we'll be doing an interview on Tuesday night. Wednesday night we're doing a show with Anthony. Then Thanksgiving we will not have a show. So no calf update. So Mr. Snort gets the night off. I get the night off. You all get the night off, and you should enjoy a beer, enjoy your family. Eat some turkey, watch the parade, some football, all that good stuff. Then the following week on Monday, we'll have Micah and Not So New Guy, hanging out, and we'll be doing a Comic Connect auction preview that night. And then Ron Sonnenthal will be joining me. It's funny, Ron. I don't know how often Ron updates his calf gallery, but every time I stumble in it, you could spend like a half hour looking at his art collection, because he literally has just unbelievable covers, title pages. Those are, like, I think his two major focuses are are covers and title pages from the 70s and 80s. But man, he has one hell of a collection, and I told him he has to pick 20 pieces. So I'll be curious to see which 20 of his 800 or so pieces in his collection he's going to end up picking. But that's going to be a fun one. He and I haven't talked a whole lot. We've emailed a fair amount, but and I've met him at shows and whatnot. But this will be my first time getting to hang out and chat with him at any depth. And then Kazra will definitely be going to GalaxyCon in Columbus. I'm more and more confident every day that I won't have time to go, but I will be going to Northeast Ohio later in the month to hang out with my mom, and I will see her at the I will see her and my aunt when I go up there for the holidays. So I was kind of thinking I'd do a little bit of that if I went to GalaxyCon, but hey, holidays are just a couple weeks after that. And then Fred Hembeck will be joining me for an art sale, and that will be on a Saturday. That's the 13th of December, and it'll be at 2 p.m. And I know that we'll be doing a sale with Hillary Barta right after the first of the year, probably the first Saturday after New Year's as well. So there you go. And there's a lot of other things on here, but I did. You can call me a slacker. I could have put more stuff on here, and I didn't. But it'll be fleshed out 2 weeks from now when we have our next calf update. All right, I see Mr. Snork in the green room, and he had last week off, so welcome him back.
Yeah, I'm refreshed and ready now, Bill.
Good. Did you have fun with the out of state team or whatever it was?
Yeah, it's always it's really fun for them to come here, and they love to give us a hard time about American politics and whatever. So it's
out of country team. I'm sorry, I thought they were out of state.
Oh no, out of the country, yeah.
Wow. So, they weren't worried about their visas or anything like that?
So visas, no, but air travel, yes, because it was right when the air traffic controllers really started bailing on their process. So yeah, it was they were more worried about getting home than they were about anything else.
Well, that's understandable. Yeah, the day we were supposed to fly back from Collector Summit, or I was, that was the first day, but everything was cool on that. I don't think Kazra had any trouble getting back either. But hey, it's behind us now, I think.
Yep.
Cool. Well, Unstoppable did okay. Last week. I give him a B plus. If I want to make him feel good. But we had a good time. I brought him on when Kasara was on too, and then we kind of hung out after that. But Jay is always fun. He's always he's one of those guys that if he's your friend, he's got your back. He'll go down there. He'll get all scrappy. He's that kind of guy. Yeah,
absolutely.
So it's always good to have him around. So did you get to experience Comic Art Live over the weekend at all, or we
were away all weekend in Minnesota for my nephew's birthday. So I checked in just on my phone as much as I could, but it was pretty packed. So I didn't get the Comic Art Live experience I normally get, which is sitting in a chair for 2 hours going like this, or scrolling
Yeah.
on my laptop, and then, oh, I'll try this keyword. I'll try that keyword. That's like normally my approach. But yeah,
Well, there's always me. I get it. Hey, well, you can't you were a participant in the first 11, so you can take a break from it. And yet the thing was 50 keywords this time around was a lot to go
yeah,
through. Even I could I mean I was doing other things, but even trying to click on like maybe my top 10 priority keywords each drop,
hmm
I wasn't able to do it, just because just there was too much art. And then it taught us that when you have a keyword set like that, you need to be able to like the artwork from that set, so it makes it easier then to have
yeah,
links to go look at it.
right,
That I can't imagine how difficult. I mean, I can't imagine. And for everybody out there, I apologize how difficult it must have been to like hold the put the window where you want it on a couple pieces and then refresh it at 11 so you could click on them,
right.
because you couldn't click on them before that and you couldn't save them. So yeah, live and learn. And I knew it right away, man. As soon as the Saturday drop keywords posted, that's the first thing I thought of. Was like, man, I wish I could save these. And I'm like, oh, I bet you there's about 500 other guys right now
Having
saying
the
the
same feeling.
same thing.
Yeah,
Oh shoot. But anyway, so there you go. So what do we got here? I might as well do we got heritage picks, right? We can get on with this show here. But where are they? Okay. Heritage is like all over the place today, right? Did you hear about that big Superman 9.0 that sold for
yeah.
$9.12 million
They were
today?
all over Instagram today.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah, they yeah. I got
It's
to there's a
it's wild that like well, I don't know, it hasn't been up in a while, but that really minty copy of Action Comics 1 that's floating around out there. It was crazy to me that it sold for way more than that.
Mhm.
I mean, that was a few years ago, but still.
Right, right. Well, it's some people out there still have a lot of cash. That's
Yep.
for sure. Well, it's back to I don't know. Well, I don't know. I don't want to speculate. Either way, interesting to see something like that happening still out there. All right, let me get my heritage windows up here. And I'll tell you, man, even when I look at when we look at the top 3 heritage pieces, I swear these pieces I should have asked Joe when he was on with me on Tuesday. What are they doing over there? How do they hold stuff back and
You're
release it?
like Leonard Nimoy, you're in search of with this topic.
Damn right. I think that I need I gotta have Joe on and not tell him what the episode's about. Have a little in search of intro on it, and
Mhm.
then then I want a 10-minute sit down with Joe where I hit him with it blind, and he has to give me a reasonable answer for how this happens. Because these are like Loch Ness monsters that keep popping up. That it's like it's impossible that
You
these
gotta
pieces.
get a hot light on him.
Oh man. All right, here. Let me share this screen here and we get through the heritage picks. Where are you? Got that one, got that one, got this one. Okay. I don't think I picked like too many like crazy things in here. This first piece, I mean, everybody wants a John Byrne Superman page. This one's from issue 14. And you get Superman from the back, but lots of oh no, he's in there in the first panel too.
Yeah.
But rocks as only John Byrne could draw them later in his tenure. I think
Yeah.
they changed the way he drew uh, Carnage and stuff like that. On the battlefield was definitely different. This is more like his late FF period of drawing, and
Totally.
this is Kessel inks on it too. Anyways, cool to me. Cool page. I mean, I personally I would love to get something from his run on Superman. The Action Comics stuff a little less, but Superman would be cool to own a page from it. And so
Yeah,
this
I
is
really liked, I would love to get a page from Legends.
oh, Legends was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those covers were yeah. Even I bought Legends when they came out because again, John Byrne, and I'm like,
Had to
all right,
follow your boy.
exactly. Yep, that's for sure. Bernie Rubble. Yeah, that's right.
That's pretty good.
I wonder if he's in there. He might be. Barney could be in there somewhere in all this. You never know. We're not
Burning
we're
his
not gonna
famous
spend the
hidden
time.
Flintstones.
I'll give somebody a no prize if they can find one in this piece, but tell me about it tomorrow. Uh, this is just a silly, dumb illustration, but I had to pick it because Gary Larson art is like
Oh, yeah.
impossible to find. So this is a rhino. doesn't matter what it's going to sell for. I mean, literally, the estate has contacted us and told us that they don't want any collectors even showing a piece of Larson art on our website if it's
Wow.
even in someone's possession. So anything by Larson
Okay.
is hard to come by and even harder to display publicly because they
Right.
won't let you do it.
So, like, what's
Um,
the provenance on something like this? Like, where would it have come from?
I didn't even read it. I guess I should have. Let's see. Right now, created has no. It doesn't
Mm,
reference anything at all. I
okay.
mean, you're right. It could be. Could it be? I don't
Okay.
know. I mean, you would think that they would have done some kind of research from who was giving it to them. I don't know, but you're right. They don't give any indication of why or how. Unlike that the Watterson piece that was done and sent in to I can't remember who. There's yeah. It is what it is. So as long as it's legit, hey, it'll
It's
probably be
rare.
one of the rare opportunities to own a piece by Mr. Larson. Then this one, it's illustration. I'm including the illustration when I search through stuff now because they even renamed the Wednesday auction now. It's
Yep.
it's the Wednesday comic art and illustration showcase auction. So I just thought this was a neat piece. I mean, the more I looked at it, the more I thought, wow, the lighting's not realistic. I mean, it wouldn't light up the back. If it's a
Sure.
spotlight on them, it wouldn't do that. But hey, this is illustration. You can kind of get away with that. I
That's
still
why we do it.
Right. I mean, so because I love the image because I mean it's funny. I mean the little bush in the foreground, the tree in the background, the wall, the lighting is exactly in the opposite direction of the wall. I mean, so everything focuses you right in on the two characters.
It's
It's a
so
dramatic
clean too.
moment. I like it. I mean, I like
Yeah.
the colors in it. I
Very
think it's
cool.
really really nice piece, and it was by an artist Roger Owens. I've never heard their name before, but yeah, I mean, Sarah Jane is like bringing in all kinds of illustration art these days, and that's why they've renamed the Wednesday auctions now
Yeah.
too. So next up, this was kind of cool. Mike Diodato. I have no idea what Shadow Hunter is. This was a variant
Mm.
cover to that book, a 2008 book. I just I like the composition. I like the figures in it. I like the lighting on her face. That's kind of
Mhm.
it's like gives you she's either mean or she's I don't know what, but she's
Oh, she's
mysterious.
both, Bill. She's
And
both.
she is, and she's very attractive too, and she carries a big sword. And what are these demons doing behind her? I mean, I don't know. I'm
Well,
asking
yeah,
lots
you
of
gotta
questions.
pick it up and find out now.
That's right. All right. So Diodato has worked his magic on
What
me,
an
and
effective cover.
it's, but it is really well done. I like it a lot. And Diodato is somebody who, he really never drew a lot of stuff that I would have read or so I don't look at him and think, oh, I gotta own a piece by him or anything
Sure.
like that. But I do appreciate his artwork and his style a lot, and this is a good piece. Uh, Jenna Jameson, is that what you think, Derek?
Oh,
I
is
don't.
that what this is?
I
I
have no
didn't
idea. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think I remember what Crab's talking about. Yeah, I just forgot the name was Shadow Hunter, I guess. Well, I
Okay.
don't know how it's a great name.
All right. He says, yeah. All right, Jenna Jameson. Well, there you go. She was hot. Okay. Very nice piece there. I'm sure whatever it is, it's not going to be a super expensive piece either. And then and this Epting Milgram Factor X page. I'm doing this. I picked one of these last week to because Jason was on there. But then this
Mhm.
one came up. I thought this one's better than the last one.
Yeah.
Both of them on bikes like that. It's a cool page. And I didn't read Factor X, so I have no idea what the storyline was about in it.
It was like one of the post Age of Apocalypse titles, I think.
Okay.
Because I think that's why Cyclops looks like a model head.
All right. Well, next up, Tom Greinberg. This is probably a commission style piece from does it have a year on it? 2002. So nicely done.
Great textures.
Yeah. Kind of, he's doing his Buscema thing with space
Yeah.
behind him. I mean, and then like you said, I mean the textures on the planet are really nice.
Models, yeah.
The metal, yeah, it's a great piece. I like Tom is a very great illustrator.
Yeah.
Then picked up a piece here I thought was fun from Chris Sprouse, a Tom Strong page from Planet of Peril 2. But I mean, I love the blacks in this. When you look
Totally.
at it, you know, as a whole, it's just a lot of vertical blacks throughout it. Just then you get these just little ribs and things going through it. I like the piece just from I could squint at it and I love it. It's just a really
Mhm.
really well done piece. And Chris Sprouse, I've always enjoyed his artwork. I
Yeah.
mean, you too.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, back to like Legionnaires.
There you go. Yeah, well, he was great on there. And this is Carl Story Inks on this one. Then what are my last two? Oh, Todd Smith, you know, who I'm not totally familiar, yeah, but this is from Punisher War Journal. I
I
thought
saw that
anytime you
one.
get Punisher with a bazooka and a
Mhm.
half splash, it's you got to talk about it. I mean, look, he's like it looks like he's sizing up a Mayan temple.
My
So
my favorite thing on this whole page is actually that little inset panel with his face.
right here,
Yeah, because like you don't get it in the you know upper portion of the page,
sure,
like you can only see his face. You get a nice shot of the skull, but that it's a great profile view.
yeah. Look at that. JD, isn't Legionnaires a disease? My goodness. Charles Holbert, Janet Jameson, Shadowhunter from Virgin Comics. The irony. My goodness.
Wah,
Yeah, the chat's
wah.
having fun tonight. And then the last piece, it's not the most remarkable Drews Struzan, but it is a Drews Struzan, and it's like a prelim to a Spider-Man poster. And I was like, you know, I mean,
Oh hell yeah!
isn't that nice? I mean, at the end of the day, you know, Drew did a lot of stuff for film, but not often enough pieces for that involve comic characters. So I saw this and was like, "There's no way I can't feature this
It's
because."
also really like it feels processy. You know what I
Mhm,
mean? So it's got that going for it too. This is really cool.
yeah, I agree. I mean, how often do you see a Struzan piece on Heritage? Really? I mean, I mean, not on certainly not on a weekday auction.
Yeah.
So,
In a
um,
sense, Spidey stepped on a Lego. The angle on that left foot would appear that that is correct.
oh man, yeah, I understand. Speaking of Legos, it was funny. When Kubert came over, he I told him that Ashton was going to cook on the grill because I'm busy. I've paneled before. I have to do something
Yeah.
on the panel after. Said Ashton's going to cook us burgers, and then Ashton wasn't there. But I told him that he was going to be there to do that. So I could see that it was funny. But when did I tell him? He comes into the office, and we're having a good time talking, and then he's like, oh, because Ashton's cooking us burgers today. I brought him a gift, and I'm like, oh, what'd you bring him? And he's like, yeah, I'll go full screen because at first I didn't even realize he had drawn on this. He probably gets a lot of crazy tchotchkes and stuff. So
Oh
here's like
yeah.
a Marvel Lego Wolverine,
Mhm.
and and he had done a little
Oh
remark
yeah.
on it, and
And
he
recolored
splashed
the claws.
blood all, yeah, he colored the claws.
That's
So,
cool.
so Ashton doesn't, so I'm like, he's not here, he's not making burgers, man. And I can just see that I think he probably hadn't eaten that day too. So
Yeah.
it was like, and I'm like, he's like, well, okay, here, take it anyway. And I'm like, well, I'm not gonna, yeah, I'm not gonna give it
Now
to
it's
Ashton.
yours.
It's well, I'm gonna find the right time to do a giveaway, and we'll do a
Oh,
giveaway for this for an Adam Kubert remarked Wolverine Lego, lots of blood splatter all over this thing,
awesome.
and yeah, it is awesome. It was fun having him here at the house too. We uh, after he was done, he wanted to cook a chicken. It's probably because he was mad at Ashton. He was all set. But he sold some artwork after the show and he didn't leave everything with me that he brought, right?
Yeah.
He brought all 12 pieces and we sold like 4 live. And then, of course, immediately after he left, one piece sold and then sold a couple more 2 days later. So I'm going to his place. So
Oh,
Kazra, Saturday, dinner time in Orlando. I forget the name of the sports bar, but we're gonna have burgers and beer. So if Kazra, if you're not doing anything, fire on 5 o'clock. I'll get the time and the place. But we're gonna kick back. Maybe we'll play some pool. We at least got to take a picture that makes Rob Gomez be jealous that he's not there with us.
oh,
So,
you gotta do
you know
that.
what I mean?
Absolutely.
So that's the plan. I haven't told Adam that that's what I want to do, but that's what we're gonna do. Oh man! All right, so
You
here,
like
why don't we show?
teleport there like Beetlejuice. He'll
Oh
like come
boy!
up out of the floor.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, he might. He's probably got that. He does look like he has some mystical powers. He's got that beard thing going on, and I
Exactly.
wouldn't put it past him to
Yep.
experience, to have read a little Aleister Crowley in his past
In
life.
its heyday, yeah.
All right, so what's up here? I go, okay, EXP video here. I know that we've got Nick has got his 7 o'clock show tomorrow, so let's see what he is bringing for sale on that show.
Everybody, this Friday, November 21st, on the Original Art Experience, we're going to have original art as always. And before I get into it and why there's only 3 pieces right here, let me just say this. Wherever you're watching this promo, please hit that thumbs up. Sharing is caring. Subscribed. And if you are subscribed, make sure you're still subscribed and hit that bell for notifications. Now, let's get into the art. Did I mention that it's Friday, November 21st, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific? Amy's rolling her eyes, which means I did. Remember, it's Lucky 21. Anyway, it's been a crazy week, and it's only Tuesday as we're doing this. So what I have right now is Blue Beetle number 10 by Chuck Patton, and I think Del Barras. Eradicator number 1 by Roger Robinson, and I can't believe I can't remember who inked it. Maybe Roger did pencils and inks, but I'm pretty sure it was John Lowe. Matter of fact, especially as I read it right there, it says it's John Lowe. And Amy is so kind to make sure everybody knows that I'm an idiot. And then we have the Dawn Vampirella number 1 cover by Joseph Michael Linsner. This was a once-in-a-lifetime crossover. Joe, in the 30-plus years of Dawn, has only ever done 1 crossover. This is historic. This is beautiful. This is on the air on Friday. We're going to have this Red Sonja number 1 from the Gail Simone series by Nicola Scott. Painted. It is gorgeous. It is so beautiful. It is incredibly beautiful. This will be available on Friday show. Oh, man. I love it. But if somebody picks it up, they'll be a Dynamite fan. The other thing that's going to happen on Friday is I'll see what other art I can pull in. I will bring at least a few pages under $100, as I try to normally do. And then some of the show will be Spencer Beck with some cool stuff. So Friday, November 21st, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, the Original Art Experience. All right, see you then, guys.
There we go. Well, it is what it is. He probably won't be doing a show next week, I would imagine, too.
I would imagine not, unless he wants to do a Black Friday bonanza.
Yeah, knowing Nick, he's probably going to do something then. Right, why not? If he could, do it right in the morning before everybody's out there spending their money on Christmas gifts. Huh.
Nah, get them when they're at home and they're tired and a little bit drunk.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'll have to find out. I'll talk to him about it. I could always, well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. Where are we going to here? CAF update time, right? Let's
Yep.
do that. Dealers have had a couple solid weeks consecutively. I don't know if I really didn't look at dealer sales. What's that?
There's been a lot of good stuff coming up for sale.
Oh, definitely. Albert's been dropping some stuff. I mean, I've seen a few things over around Mike's. I mean, even Glenn's had a lot of good material of late. Let's see. But yeah, this past week, $493,000 sold by art dealers whose sites and data we can actually track and confirm. And that's up from 418 the week before. So that's 900,000 2 consecutive weeks. That's pretty solid for art dealers. That's a little out there. But let's see, Albert, number 1, $220,000 just for Albert. It's good to be a art agent.
Good to be a Moy.
Good to be a Moy. But Felix did rather well. He had $88,000 in sales. Panel Page had 66. Comic-Con Art had 33. Scott Eater had 30 off one piece. I guess we'll probably see what that one is. And then Anthony had 21,000 in sales, and Art Droids had one sale for $15,000. Wonder what that was. Huh. Okay, well, I guess we're going to find out. Most of the stuff it looks like is Albert's, or at least the top stuff here. All right, let me see here. Top 6 items from art dealers last week. Now you knew it had to be something related to Jim Lee, Scott Williams, right? And this is the Batman Deadpool cover, I guess. I mean, it doesn't. There's not a lot of detail. It just says Batman Deadpool, $100,000. Well, there you go. Jim Lee, Scott Williams, always bringing the collectors out. Then we have the Absolute Batman issue 10. Was this sold complete? $80,000.
Yep. Entire issue.
Yeah. Then we have Frankenstein plate, sold by Albert. Looks like well, the published one actually sold at Heritage not too long ago. That one for 55,000. Then Glenn sold this Platt Supreme Madness trade cover, went for $35,000. Wow. Then over Scott Eater, this is a Mad One page from 1952 by John Severin. Holy crap. That's cool. Sorry. That's like a bit of history right there. Shoot, no wonder it went for $30,000. Then a Jorge Jimenez Batman issue 2 cover went for $25,000 from Comic-Con Art. Wow. I mean, I don't a piece like that, the Severin Mad #1 page. How does it? I don't even. Was it listed on his website? I wonder. That's so cool. That's amazing. Shoot, Scott gets some of the coolest stuff. I got to ask him about that one. I wonder if it was like
I'm sure he remembers. That's pretty memorable.
I mean, I want to ask him, like, what did you do? Did you sell it privately, then list it, or did you put it out there? How long was it on your website? I mean, I'm just curious because that is awesome. All right, back over to CAF update. We had what did the regular let's see, eBay and Heritage. eBay and Heritage combined for $500,000 in sales. But I think that was with a few specialty things thrown in there. eBay only did 100, and Heritage Weekly was 186. So let's see, top 3 from eBay, top 3 from Heritage Weekly. There was this Mike Mignola piece. I think it was a best offer. I did not get a chance to go check it out to see what it might have sold for. 3,200 might be a little bit steep for a. Oh, this is a 99 Mignola.
99, yeah.
That might be about right then. Then next up, Bruce Timm Satana pencil sketch. Yeah. Ooh la la. As only Bruce Timm can draw them. I think, this was at auction, $2,597. And then this Ryan Otley Invincible commission. Huh. Interesting.
Cool.
This one was $2,500. Then over at Heritage, I don't remember seeing this piece, although I know I've seen this piece before. John Romita Sr., Amazing Spider-Man Splash Recreation, $7,500. Then there was a Hal Foster Prince Valiant Partial Sunday. Again, I don't remember seeing this piece.
Wow.
Maybe it was there, but I don't remember it. $66.25 on that one. And then, these have been in many of the Heritage Weekly auctions of late, the P. Craig Russell Epic illustrated pages. This one went for $4,000. And I think, these are all being put in by P. Craig Russell himself and seems to be doing okay with them. It's good. They're beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, now we can get on to the picks.
All
And
right.
you always like miff me just a little bit when you pick the piece I use on the background, for the show graphic. Like,
and I swear to God, I send in my picks and then I go to YouTube and it's not up yet. It's not up yet. Normally, I feel like I see it on Tuesday, and like I'm not
a lot
even
of
aware
times
that it's a thing.
A lot of times it is, but because of Cal, I actually loaded up a couple shows in advance because I knew I was going to be so tired at the end of it that I wouldn't be able to do it on time.
Yeah.
So I put the Tuesday one and the CAF update one up like a week in advance. And
Well,
then
it
you
just
picked it.
goes to show that we have good taste, Bill.
We do. We definitely do. All right, here we go. Let's dive into these picks here. So first up, Luigi Corteggi. Not familiar with the artist at all. And who's CAF Gallery and Sean Henry from the UK.
Well, he posted several of these this week. I mean, obviously, it's like reminds you of Saul Bass, like a Hitchcock poster or whatever. So it's really got that going for it. It's mostly, obviously it's an illustration. It's not like technically it's a comic cover, but It's got that illustrative vibe to it. And I don't know, like stylistically, our comics never went through this period, so it's kind of cool to see this, Italian comic with like this type of illustration on the cover.
Yeah, no, it has a very European feel to it,
Mhm.
and I think Sarah Jane would point out that it's got a lot of yellow on it, you
Yeah.
know. But either way, no, that's cool. But I did not see any of these pieces posted, so they posted a few other similar kind of stylish book
Yeah.
or red cover type things. Okay, cool. I will definitely yeah, I'll check them out. Jason's trying to get you to admit that you like the color yellow too.
I guess I
Oh my
do, yeah.
god.
I
All
don't hate
right.
it.
No, I don't hate it either. All right, what do we got next? This is in the collection of Alan Bernard, and this is a Russ Heath page, Our Army at War. And it's a very nice piece.
I really the thing when you look at it like this, it's really evident, but the way he flip-flops the lighting panel by panel just makes this thing like even when you're not looking at I'm sorry, even when you're looking at it as a small size, you can see like how great this page is laid out.
Definitely. I mean, carrying that the guard tower from the first panel
Yep,
to the second panel like that. Yeah,
right.
there's a piece that I picked for similar reasons, but yeah, that we'll look at. But yeah, no, I agree, and I love the that one character in the last panel breaking the top board,
Mhm.
and they're just all in silhouette. Yeah, this is great, and there was a lot of decent war pages to choose from this
There
past
were.
week.
Yep.
Peter posted several really nice ones. This was a good one. I think there was a Kubert page or two that got
Mhm.
posted as well. So, yeah, it was a good week for the people who enjoy, our Army at War style pieces.
Right.
Unstoppable says, "I'm assuming no X-Men art pick this week." Because Snorrick's back. Well,
I
when
don't
you did,
remember.
he did enough of that. Jason did all he could do to pick as much X-Men
He
art
gets
last
his
week as he could.
quota.
Exactly, exactly.
Don't
But I don't think we have any
discriminate against
Magnola in
Jason.
this. Ah, see, okay. So it's no war here, but John Romita Jr., Klaus Janson inks
I
a
mean, that looks
tremendous.
like war to me.
Yeah, that's true. But Janson and Romita Jr. together are awesome. I mean, a great pairing, I think, by and large.
His
And
he really like pushed what people I mean, no one was doing this at the time he started doing this on Punisher War Journal. And I remember it was so like polarizing when that first issue of Punisher War Journal came out and had the red like die cut cover. But it grew on me like really quickly back then. I was like, oh wow, okay, so this is different. Like the oversized weapons, like everybody is built like a chest freezer. I mean, stylistically, this just has so much going on that's so good. And, artistically, like he really, I don't know, fully shook off his old style. And like, I mean, this is definitely similar to what he was doing on later X-Men and stuff, but it just, I mean, I think it kind of cemented what he was going to do.
yeah, this is a fantastic page. Wow. No, it's beautiful. I would have picked this one too. So yeah, but Duke Fleed, I'm telling you,
Mhm.
we got to get that guy on here one day, and we got to find out what makes him tick,
I'll
because
ask him again. I'll
I
ask him again.
every 6 months I want to shoot him an email and be like, man, when are you coming back on? You are not, you could we could talk to 80% of the collectors out there, and it would be the same old, same old. But with Duke, clearly something changed in that man like 5 years ago, and he is not the same collector he was when he got started.
I agree.
He's coming to OAX. Is that true?
Shut up.
Is that
Oh,
really
that's
true?
gonna be
Because I mean,
awesome.
I saw him in San Diego, but uh, I don't pay totally close attention to the ticket sales, so I don't see who the buyers on them. But that's going to be great.
That's
Uh,
awesome.
he's the best. He likes Screw. We know he likes Screw, but not as much as he used to. He was asking about the hotel. All right, Jason. Well, keep me posted.
Tell him he can stay in my room.
There you go. Next up, what do we got here? We have something from Shemp. Shemp always writes a bit here. So this is a hex page from issue 18. Keith Giffen pencils, Carlos Garzon's inks. Let's see. Whoa, big scan, really
Yep.
big scan. Wow,
I love this period.
unmistakably.
I love this period of Giffen. It's so distinctive. Like it's absolutely unmistakable. You know, Hex is one of my favorite characters, which is probably not coincidental because I was, you know, reading this book when I was a young guy. But I love he does so many, you know, multi-panel pages. He's kind of, you know, infamous for it in effect. But yeah, I mean, that's really Marcus's comment. Like that's really the whole point of this is like this is it. Like, and I don't know, you know, there's no way to find out, but you have to wonder like how many end of a run end pages are on CAF. That is such a rare thing. So like to see it, you know, from one of my favorite artists, one of my favorite characters, to like see this pop up on CAF was really like that. It was like an experience this week. I was like, oh my God, somebody has this. And Shemp's description of how he got it and, you know, why he wanted it and whatever is really great. Everybody should read it.
Sweet. I will do that. I didn't even get it. I didn't see it till you sent it in, honestly. I missed it, but I was going to say the same thing as you. I mean, it's unmistakably Giffen, and yeah, it's cool. Making an offer. What size scan is this? Says Gabriel. I have no idea, Gabriel. Probably, most people scan stuff at, you know, typical scanners are set at 72 DPI and 100%. So it's probably done at that. I bet it's probably about 2100 pixels tall, standard. And we resize stuff anyway. So for people who want to do large scans, it doesn't really matter. I know, Gabriel, you're new to the website too. So only mentioning that, and that you don't need to scan something at like 300 DPI and 100% because we're going to resize it down to like 2200 anyway if you're premium. So always just something to keep in mind. Your uploads will go faster. But great, really cool page, and I will definitely go back and read what he wrote. Now, Miggs, I picked a piece from Miggs too, and I refused to remove it after I saw you had picked a piece from Miggs. He posted like 3 or 4 really nice pieces,
Yeah.
so it was kind of hard. I mean, this is such a nice one though, because I remember when this issue came out, I forget who, because who's the inker on this? Was this maybe Townsend or something? I feel like I picked up a page from the same book right after it came out from Spencer, I guess it would have been time. And I wish I still had that one. It was sold even long, even it had nothing to do with the mini golf, but seeing this page reminds me of how awesome like this whole book was. This was such a fun comic. And yeah, I mean, I love the way Psych was drawn in it. I mean, look at him in that first panel. This whole thing was from beginning to end. This book was awesome. Man, I regret it completely now. But why did you pick this page?
More than anything, I feel like I loved how the separation on all the inks, definitely in that second panel, but the first one, absolutely. Like it's really a layered image. That top right image is really effectively layered. I like the recurring design motif in the background that he carries through in 3 out of the 4 panels. That's a nice nice unifying element for the overall page. It kind of like grounds the whole deal. But more than anything, this is just my favorite period for Bocello. Like I feel like he was so dialed in during this period. He was still like, his stuff now is really, really wild by comparison to this.
Yeah. No, I mean, everybody's, I think a lot of people remember, this particular book. I mean, it was beautiful. And you look at it too, and he just puts all the little stylistic elements in there that we're so accustomed to seeing, even from like his Sandman work, but just doing like the little ornate, uh, architecture to the way these, remember the whole bar scene was drawn. I mean, gosh, it was fantastic.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I'm jealous. That makes me want to go. I want to get a page from this particular story. 142 Art Nouveau ironwork. Yes, that's right, Robert. Yeah, this one deserves a I should leave a comment on this one. I'll do it after the show. Okay, next up, what do we got here? This is Alfredo Alcala, Weird Western Tales, and whose cap are we in here? Oh, Neon Dragon. Very good. Wow.
I feel like you don't get to see a lot of Alcala on Alcala, and I think that's maybe why I like this page so much, stylistically speaking, because he's doing a little bit of everything inking wise here. He's really kind of all over the board with not only like patterns, but like techniques and lighting that first panel versus the second panel. And it makes it like feel a little disjointed to me, but the textures and everything, I mean, it's just so well drawn.
Yeah, it really is. I love that first panel with the silhouettes on the train.
Mhm.
Then, I mean, even like the second one. I mean, the whole thing is beautiful.
Yeah.
Man, God, yeah, this is great. This is a really, really nice page. Never even pulled my trigger. Well, that's nice. 15 by 10 image area. From 73. Okay. Well, that's a good one. So you see
Oh,
stuff like this, and it's like, man, I should have Alcala on my want list just to see
yeah.
stuff when it gets posted. Even maybe not even maybe not even want list, just on my regular CAF keywords, so I could see anything that comes
Yeah.
up with Alcala.
Yeah. Yeah, I would love to get like something from one of the He-Man mini comics or something, but when they come up on Heritage, wow. There's other people that want them more than I do.
Yeah, yeah. There's something on Heritage that I'll tell you about after the show that I want. I'm sure I'm not going to get it, but I'm going to try.
All right.
But Neon Dragon, you're in the chat, man. Yeah, the wonderful piece, really, really
Awesome page.
beautiful. Okay, this one's striking.
Isn't it?
When I first saw it and you gave me your list, I didn't, I didn't think a lot about of it, but I always download all the images so I can put them into the intro video. And when I was going through those, figuring out like the order and stuff, how I wanted to do it, I that's when I like realized how great this piece is.
It feels
The
digital.
it has a digital feel to it, but I mean, it's not. And
Yeah.
I just feel like the anatomy is spot on. I thought the cityscape was done really well. It's done, it's done meaning to be realistic, but not. I mean, it's all
And it's
blurred. I
also like
mean,
diffused.
yes, yeah. I said blurred. You said diffused.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, the way that they've done it, I just the more I'm looking at it, I mean, I really I like this image a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
I like I don't know why the sparks are flying around his wrists or whatever, but
That's he has different powers.
it was okay.
Yeah.
But it's just it's a beautiful painting. And who is this? Fabrizio de Tomaso. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
I like how mute the palette is overall because it really makes the red and the yellow stand out. But he
mhm.
even gets a little cooler with that blue that's in the city in the background.
Yeah.
And there's just like little pops of color around this that like make it, well, frankly, it could be boring without them because the palette would be really flat. But yeah, it's a very cool composition, just a great image.
Agreed. Yeah, Marcus says his suit is sentient. Okay.
Ooh.
I like it a lot. I think it's a yeah. I mean, but again, it's all about the figure. I mean, he's grounded him by having him flying 10 feet off the ground, in a city.
Mhm.
But yeah, the figure's well rendered. The cape is awesome. Yeah, it's a fantastic piece. Venom knockoff. Jason's always in the chat, causing trouble. All right, next up. This was mine. Jimbo Salgado, Transformers 20, Top Shelf Comics exclusive. Uh yeah, I mean, you
You
like
know
to
what?
call these.
Ironically, I was on the fence about this one, so you could have told me to like go pound sand, and I would have been like, I already got a 10th image picked out that's not this one.
Yeah,
Now, I'll tell everybody it was between this and Hector Tronic doing Optimus Prime for a variant cover for
oh,
Transformers. And I
yep.
was like, you know what? Like Optimus Prime, like, he gets a lot of time in the spotlight. So I'm gonna go with Megatron.
Well, there you go. I mean, it's again, it's back to the inking technique, what he's kind of zoomed in on the figure. I mean, he's beaten to hell. Uh
Mhm.
it's raining. I mean, this couldn't be a more miserable moment for him. But I just was just really impressed just by all the, the inking technique in the background and all the cross hatching throughout this.
I
I
think the most impressive thing about the whole deal is the like field of smoke that's behind Megatron to, I guess it would be his right.
mhm.
He's achieving the layers in the smoke just with different directional hatches.
Yeah, yeah. It's funny. I'm looking at it now. I'm thinking about, Amanda earlier saying, "I'll draw it horizontally, whatever you want. You come up with
Yeah,
a good idea." And but here you go. It's funny. I mean, this. I don't know. There were a lot of reasons why this image was very interesting to me when I first
it's
saw it. I mean,
terrific.
yeah, it really is. So, whose calf gallery? I forget now. Byron Ham. Man, Byron's been on a hot streak of late. Anyways, Jimbo Salgado is the artist, and it's a beauty.
Yep.
Okay, next up, Tim Sale, Deathblow cover. Now, this is in Tom Hudson. I think I'm almost positive that this cover passed through my hands. This was one that
Oh,
Jimmy had a friend who Calf sold like 2 pieces on consignment for somebody. I feel like this was one. So I got to see this in person, and it was really, really beautiful. But it looks
yeah.
like, I guess, it just changed hands. I mean, it's hot. I mean, it's hard to imagine it's only got like 48 views on it right now and 4 comments, but
Wow.
um, go.
Yeah, so this was like this was de rigueur, for comics at the time. Like everybody wanted this high contrast like look, and there were a few guys that did it way, way, way better than most people, and Tim Sale is one of those guys. So I love, this is all it's a bunch of shapes, which is very cool. It doesn't hurt. I really liked Deathblow at the time, so there is an element of nostalgia for this a little bit. Although oddly, this doesn't feel that old to me, even though that I know it really is. But yeah, it was just a fun comic. It was a fun, like, cool period in Tim's style. He never kind of totally went away from this, but at the same time, like, he did evolve, and so this was a little bit like prototype Tim Sale that we came to
Right.
know.
It's a little more, I guess, detailed, but at the
Yeah,
same time, you see a lot of the inking touches when he's doing the anatomy that we
the
end
face
up.
is, yeah, very like, kind of what he does.
Yeah. Well, very nice. So congrats to Tom Hudson in the United Kingdom. Wow. And we'll be celebrating their 20th anniversary on CAF in April. All right. Thank you, Tom. Now, I think this is your last, but certainly not least piece here.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, I want a bigger scan of this one. It's so darn incredible to get 2
Mhm.
characters on there at this size and make it work,
And
right? I
both
mean,
both of the characters that he is like absolutely known, the best for, I think.
mhm.
So, Ghost Rider obviously being the main, but like he's done so much cool Punisher work over the years. Yeah, I think arguably this is, if you're a Tex fan, it's probably because of Ghost Rider and or the Punisher. And so here you get both. And I mean, man, this was like a nostalgia blast for me. I love this book so much. This Ghost Rider, I probably read like the first like 30 issues of the series or so, and Tex and Salteris were a big part of that. So, and I'm a big Punisher fan. This was a big deal for young Snorrick.
There you go, Rich James. I thought the same thing, piggyback. Yeah, but it's okay. It doesn't matter. It's still totally cool. Yeah, I love it. And you're right. I mean, to share it when you think about his work, I mean, I do tend to I don't think of his run with the Cyclops limited series at all. I only think about Ghost Rider and then Punisher. So yeah, I want that yeah.
Chicken fights. I'll tell you what, I like their odds. I don't care who.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. No, this is great. This is fantastic. I mean, damn. And I love seeing stuff like this. I don't think I've seen it. This piece probably wasn't on CAF before. It's just cool
Yeah,
seeing things like this come out
I
of the
would have
woodwork,
noticed
man.
it. And he
Yep.
also posted a picture with Ghost Rider logo overlay. If
Oh, a
anybody's
different one.
curious.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, right over. Can't even see his face.
Yeah,
Well, I guess you get the Punisher logo. I guess that's that there was
probably what
editorial.
editorial thought too. They were probably like, Mark, what the hell?
Right, exactly. What the heck? Yeah, where are we gonna put that logo? They up at this point they didn't know that they could do a cover without putting a logo on it. I mean, that's all the rage these days,
Yep.
but hey, oh well. Uh okay, so that was your last one. So my first piece is from Mig's
And
art drop.
sorry, I want to take out 1 second and point out
Yes,
that there was an X-Men piece in my set. So Jason, shut your mouth.
that's right. That is so very true. And there's an X-Men piece in mine right here. So Dave Cockrum, this is from 157, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And I mean Miggs, we know he's a big X-Men fan. He's got quite a few pieces. I just love this. I mean, it was one of my just a fun issue. Dave
Mhm.
Cockrum drawing space, heroes and villains and all that stuff. I mean, he's just meant for this kind of stuff. And I love that last panel.
And didn't you just see the original for the cover
I
to
did.
this?
Well, to 107.
Oh, okay, okay.
It's not 157, 107. But yeah, same scenario though. I mean, same
Same characters, yeah.
characters by and large. But yeah, I love Cockrum from this era. I mean, I love the early stuff too, but um, I wasn't picking up the early stuff off the newsstand. I didn't start reading X-Men until right around like 127 or 128, where I was buying it at the drugstore and everything.
Mhm.
So for me, like this is really my first impressions of Dave Cockrum's work, and I loved it. He was amazing, and yeah, I'd kill for a few pages from this side of things. I mean, I have a 150 page, but still, this is awesome. Anything from Starjammers,
Yeah.
anything, I'm happy. Imperial Guard, yeah.
Just breaks my heart that all these guys could have been cool Legionnaires.
Yep. Well, that's what. Yeah. I mean, right. I mean, wasn't that character was maybe even I can't even remember what the story was with that one, right?
Well, Fang was
Wolfbane.
a new design for Wolverine, or a different
Ah,
design for Wolverine. I remember that. Nightcrawler was just like Nightcrawler, but he was going to be a Legionnaire.
well, hey, DC
And when you
lost.
think about it, doesn't Nightcrawler's look almost make more sense
Hmm.
as like somebody from an alien world on some level? I don't know.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah, well, again, or demonic. I always felt like they drew him more
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
demon, but I get you. Anyways, congrats to Miggs. He already has a really great collection that I envy, and then he added some more pieces to it that I make me envy him a little bit more. Next up, I just thought this was a fun one. Terry and Rachel Dodson. This is in Gregory Stab's calf gallery. Just playful. I think with
Mhm.
Dodson's art, they always try to work a little bit of fun and humor
Little
into it,
comedy.
and
Yeah.
still keep it sexy with a character. But I mean, it's just fun. I mean, Spidey taking the cash out of her hands, and it's just the right moment of surprise. She
Mhm.
doesn't know he's there, and yeah, I like it. I mean, it's kind of hard to pull off. Bradshaw is good at it. I mean, Adam Hughes clearly is good at it, and the Dodsons are also
Yeah.
equally, really talented at pulling off fun things that still have, great imagery in them. And yeah, I mean,
The
uh,
subject, I mean, it's a clever subject too, like when you think about it, like, the Spidey signals like shining up on her, she's reacting to that, like meanwhile he's behind her, swiping the cash from the robbery. It's just like it's kind of like a little story unto itself on the cover.
mhm, yeah, nope, nope, I love it. I didn't love enough to get a like on it. There I go. Where are we going to next? Oh, this is in Jeff Singh's calf gallery,
Yeah.
and again, it's Danny, it's stark, and
Mhm.
it's it's so simplistic, but it's fun, and I'm drawing a blank on what's the diagram about to make the perfect painting, the perfect artwork. It's like the circle and the
Oh yeah,
what am- why am I drawing a blank on it? Because I didn't realize it at first, but I'm looking at it now, and that's all I can think of. It's literally
Fibonacci.
what is that?
Fibonacci.
But I'm gonna Google it or some.
Yeah, I
Derek's
can't
gonna
remember.
tell us.
It always looks like a shell.
Yes, the golden
Yeah,
ratio. Thank
there
you,
you go.
Antoine. That's yeah. Doesn't it? I didn't see it at first, but now it's like I almost can't like unsee it. I want to like layer it over the
Yeah,
top of it and see if it's the
like
same.
a
'Cause
grid.
it almost has that feel to it. At any
Yep.
rate, uh, you know, Jeff is a guy who I said it earlier. I mean, I follow his calf gallery, so I love seeing everything he posts, and I just thought this was really fun because it's so minimal. It feels
Mhm.
like it could have been done in like 1917, and I feel like
Yeah,
that's an era that I think I know that Jeff has pieces from, and I'm sure that this just whether this was done for him or if it was a published piece, either way, I'm sure he was like this piece needs to be in my calf.
right, right.
There we go. So anyways, nice piece. 14 comments. Congrats. Then where else from here? Well, this is in Chris Killady's. It
Yeah,
sucks. Like,
fun.
whenever he posts one of these David Wrights, now I'm smitten by him. I just
Mhm.
love him. Love these pieces to death. This was, I guess, painted in 1962. Another Carol Day piece. Oh man, a huge. Whoa, too big.
Wow.
But just nice. I love the styling. I mean, the 60s had a lot of like this kind of painterly work done in it. So period wise, it's right there. But man, I can't look at it that close. It's trying to drive me crazy when I do it like this. There we go. Um, I mean, what can I say? It's just a beautiful illustration. I mean, makes me every time one of the strips comes up, I've actually bid on a few just in hopes of being able to get one for a little bit of a deal, and it hasn't worked out.
Mhm. I think it's cool how he's got like it's got a little landscape, it's got a bunch of still life. I mean, like there's a lot of, kind of different subject matter in one piece.
Yeah, you get the land. You're right. You're right, and you get the couple, the happy
Yeah.
couple. All right. Well, congrats to Mr. Kalaki, who will be back at OAX this year, by the way. Oh, I did pick a piece of Mike Mignola art. I'm sorry, Jason. Don't hate me for it. This was in
I did.
yeah, this is in Matt Dick's collection. I just love anything painterly by Mignola.
Yeah.
Because I could feature his black and white stuff all the time, but but I really really love it when he does the tonal work with color. It's just
Mhm.
so nice, so subtle. The tentacles kind of fading into the top of the page. Just I, I if I could own a piece by him, I'd rather have something like this than a Hellboy page. Just
Really?
because
Oh, wow.
I just really like. I've always liked the style, and it's probably back
All right.
to. It's like an illustration. I'm
Yeah. Yeah.
my love for illustration, and so a lot of the like the ink pieces like this, just ink. Even if it's Hellboy and a skeleton or a tentacle
Mhm.
or I don't know, a crypt behind him, whatever. Don't have the same kind of vibe, for or
Oh, definitely not. No.
for me that a piece like this does. So, um, yeah, I mean,
I love
I see this like a lot of the pieces that were in his art show at Philip
his
LeBon. There
gallery.
was a lot of painterly pieces like this in that too, and most of them sold in the first couple days. So, they were a little bit higher than they normally would be. So that's why I didn't pick
Yeah.
any of them up. But anyways, love seeing this. Congrats to Matt for adding this to his calf gallery. Matt has told me one day we will do an interview together. I think it'll happen. I just don't know when. Then Darren Domina. Darren Domina is a huge Iron Man fan. If you didn't know that, you probably already knew that. But
Mhm.
here he has picked up a issue 84 Gil Kane cover to Iron Man. And again, I wish we had a big scan here,
Yeah.
Darren. Maybe
So
you can
do
go
I.
back and yeah, and go because yeah, I just love the way there's Gil Kane can be faulted for a lot of reasons. I like the way he drew Iron Man. I mean,
I like the way he
little,
drew everything. I'm a Gil Kane fan.
you're okay. You're all
Yeah.
yeah. For me, I don't know. It's always like I'm a 50% Gil Kane guy because
Yeah.
I just to me it's a little
By
stiff.
period though, like,
Okay, well, no, I guess you're right. I mean, I could look at different stuff,
no,
but
I'm asking, I'm wondering.
I'd have to really think about that and like and pull up some pieces but the thing is, I always love the way who drew Iron Man.
Yeah.
Not that
Me
he
too.
drew him an awful lot, but I mean, this cover is pretty damn cool.
Mhm.
And the funny thing, Darren again. I know Darren's got several classic Iron Man covers in his collection. I mean, I bet you if he could, he'd own as many as he could from the mid '70s to the early '80s.
Yeah.
But I only care about '70s Marvel Kane, says Marcus. I
Right.
don't know about that. But at any rate, awesome piece. And this is one, it's like a lot of times it's funny. You would think that this goes against what most comic publishers would have been thinking during the day. Usually you don't want the hero getting
Getting his ass
totally
kicked.
butt whipped, right?
He's
And
getting
here he's
swirly right now.
right. I mean, this guy's like is either going to drown him or and he's going to
Yeah.
like smack him in the face with whatever he's got there. But either way, you don't tend to see the hero in that much peril, and
Mhm.
hell, even the rats are going to get him. But yeah, I thought this was a cool piece, and in large part because I know Darren, has several noteworthy Iron Man covers already in their collection. Tom McDonald
Yeah,
says
it's a
Kane
beauty.
did great covers. Agree with you there. Yeah. And CJ says he owned Marvel's bronze covers. All right.
Mhm.
Hey,
Yeah,
all right.
I won't argue.
I don't hate Kane.
Oops.
I don't
Hit my printer.
I don't hate Kane. But yeah, it's just he's not in my top 20. Fred Hembeck though. I had to pick this one. Because the funny thing, I might not have picked it, and then I saw it was in Paul P's calf gallery. But it really is a very nice Hembeck, right? I mean, at the end of the
Yeah.
day, if there ever was a edge to edge sketch card by Fred Hembeck, it's this one, and I love it. I mean, I was kind of jealous, to be honest with you, to see this piece. Makes me want to like start to I don't know, set it up on my eBay keywords or something and try to get one of these from Fred, or maybe I should just ask him to do one. But
Yeah.
uh, I love it. I absolutely love it. I mean, and I don't, we don't, well, we really don't pick anything by Hembeck, but I thought this was great. Made me want to get one. And even like number one Marvel fan needs one just like this too. Frog Gap, plenty of gap on that one. Anyway, I love Fred. So there you go. Nothing that and I got to see Fred's mystery sketches too. He sent me scans of them. They came
Ooh,
out great. People are going to be very happy. He did an absolute
nice.
Batman. And it filled the page. It filled the sketch card.
I got to see that.
It was good. All right, three more here. Three more. So here's the page I was talking about with the panel breakup.
Yeah.
The first three panels. I mean, it's all one scene, right?
Right.
And I just thought those first three panels made this page. Dick Dillon, Dick Giordano, inked piece. The red tornado coming through like that,
Yeah.
going from panel 3 into panel 2. I mean, it's fun. I mean, I'm sorry, it's got Nazis on it. No big deal. I don't care. And you know what? It also reminded me of Batman. So often is shown, post punch, right? I mean,
Yeah.
like right there. When I saw that, I'm like, gosh, he's probably one of the characters that is most shown in that way. Like, a lot of times it's fist connecting to jaw, right?
Yeah.
Batman, no. He's like punched through the guy
He's
already,
done
and it
already.
happens so often. So I love this. I mean, it's busy, but the first three panels made me want to pick this up, and the rest of the page is fun. I mean, they break it up with the horizontal one after that to kind of
Mhm.
dump you into this, which is a great lead into whoever the villain character is on the next panel. But I love this thing for the first three panels. I thought it was great storytelling, and uh, I don't know. It's always fun when they break up panels and they don't need to.
Yeah.
Really
I love everything about this page, to be honest. I like Dick Dillon. I love Dick Giordano. Um, Golden Age Sandman's on there. I mean, for me, this is like exactly what I love to look at.
Hmm. Well, there you go. And this was Oh, Tom sorry, Tom. I totally forgot to say this is Tom McDonald's calf gallery. Congrats, man.
Oh, I found
I
him
had
and
no
I didn't
idea.
even notice this.
I mean, I put all the
Great
names in
pickup,
for
man.
mailing, and I didn't realize this was Tom's. Wow, that's awesome, Tom. All right, I got two more picks here. So, Steve Crozier always picking up the good stuff. So this was a Russ Heath DPS from '72. Great haunted tank storyline. I mean, look at this stuff, man.
Man,
I couldn't pass it up. I keep where were we at when we were at Collector Summit? There was a guy that actually had a couple war pages by Heath. I mean, just but not great enough to make me want to go out and buy it. But one day I'm going to own a Russ Heath war page because he's
look
just
how effectively that hatching makes the tank stand out.
oh hell yeah. Let me go back over to that. Yeah, I mean that's
Yeah.
difficult, man. And to still keep it looking three-dimensionally and properly shaded. It's it's amazing. And
And like
and
just the dashes on the wheels, basically straight lines, like there's no cross hatching, but it
yep,
gives it texture. It like grounds it within, the confines kind of like of the tank. It's just it's so minimal, but it's so effective.
yeah, so very true, man. I don't know how Steve manages to find these pages like all the time. I don't know. Again, I just, for as much art as we see on auction platforms, dealer websites, all that stuff, this stuff still comes out of the woodwork because, I mean, I love it. That's like what makes calf so much fun. So many pieces that just pop up that you don't know where they came from. Croak clearly has he's got a line on
A line.
something
Yep.
related to war pages that none of us will ever have, and hey, more
Well,
power to him.
thankfully he puts them on calf.
Yeah, but yeah, one day I will have a nice Heath page. All right, and last but not least, this is in Josh Flanders, who's in the chat, Calf Gallery. He is a huge Matt Wagner fan, and this is from
Mhm.
Batman and the Monster Men. I just honestly, I
The
love the
cape.
way Batman is drawn in this thing.
The cape.
Yeah, it's the
Yep.
cape. It's all the
Mhm.
cape and nothing but the cape. I mean,
Mhm.
look at that. I mean, from the inset panel to just he's like on guard. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And it's just like he's fighting a bull. It's
Yep.
just it's freaking awesome. Uh yeah, I mean, the moment I saw it, I was like, yeah, I got to go with this. I love Wagner stuff, and
Me too.
it's fun to talk to. He's jovial. He's had an incredible career, and then
Yep.
he can still knock out amazing artwork like this. What more can you say? I don't know. But Josh,
Yeah.
congrats, man. You have some incredible Wagner pieces in your collection. Some of the best Grendel pieces on the site, and it's always fun. As collectors, we can look at stuff and say, maybe we got enough, right? Clearly, that you have not hit that level with Matt Wagner,
He's
and
still working.
that's right.
Still filling the tank.
Still add another one here or there when you can. But yeah, that's a great piece there. All right. Well, there we go. We made it to the end, man.
Yeah, we did it early.
We did. Yeah, and
Our
that's yeah.
show.
Yeah. I'm looking at my list. Did I forget something? No, I didn't. We got in two pre-OXs, a little bit of internet talk, and yeah, all good. So all right. Well, we will not have a show next week, everybody. Thursday, no show. So I hope everybody enjoys the holiday. Have a great Thanksgiving. We will have a couple shows in the lead up to that, but yeah. So no picks for you, Snork. So take the take the
I'll
time
be
off.
hammered by this time next week.
I'm very curious about the beer that you might be bringing to OAX. So save one for me, please.
Mhm.
'Cause we can't get any good beer down here in Florida.
I'll just drink a pile of Yingling. It's all right.
They are cheap. They are
They
cheap.
go
We got
down
we
like
got
3 to 1 for normally what I drink. Normally I'm, like 9%, 12%. Those
mhm.
Yinglings are you can just drink them like juice.
Yeah. I hey, well, I wouldn't say it's my go-to when I'm looking for something different, but it is practically all they got down here other than like a Sam Adams and you can't even
Yep.
find those hardly anywhere down here. So
Mm.
it sucks. Yeah, Florida is not the beer capital of the world, unfortunately. All right, man. Well, listen, we will, you have a good holiday, and we'll be back at it. And but hang out, hang out. We're gonna. Chris is gonna stay here with me. We're gonna say goodbye, everybody. But enjoy your weekend, and tune
Happy
in next week.
Thanksgiving.
We'll be recapping stuff, and then I'll here's something. Think good thoughts for me, because there's a piece of art I'm going after tomorrow uh, that I won't get. But if a miracle were to happen, I could have the chance to get it.
All
So
right.
if you're in Central Florida and you hear loud screaming, that's because I won. And if you don't hear anything, then you know that I lost, because that's
Oh,
that's just how it's going to happen. But thank you for tuning in and hanging out with us tonight. We will see you again next week.
night, guys.